I was muted. Holy moly. Hey, ish happens. Luckily, I noticed before I continued my whole introduction. What's going on, everybody? We are back in here once again with another live stream. Shout out to you guys for being in here, being involved, and being active on this channel. Today is Friday Junior, everybody, aka Takeout Thursday, aka Ling Thursday, aka Thursday.
Who is here? Thor is here! Thor!
That's right. The next roadmap for the 3 upcoming gods following Bastet have been revealed on June 8th, Monday's Titan Talk, as well as the Bastet Showcase. So we'll be catching up on the new information in today's stream. Let me go ahead and check for any audio issues that may or may not be on my end. Mic check, mic check, mic check. May not be on my end. Sweet, so far, so good. No issues here.
Nope.
All 3 platforms are running well. Smoothly. Okay. Good morning, brother. Good morning. We back. We back in here. We live. I would like to apologize for being a little tardy. With that being said, there is a reason for this. You see, last night, I was awoken from my slumber. The timing of it was just so perfect. I don't know how that even happened.
Nope.
I was asleep, right? In the middle of a dream. And then I slightly move. My brain becomes aware. My senses, I can hear. And then as that happens, right at that moment, bam! I hear a crash on one of our living rooms. I said, goodness gracious. What could that be? Okay. My eyes were dry. They were, you know how when your eyes get tired from you staring at a screen for too long?
Hi.
Okay,
They start
what's
burning.
up, everybody?
They were
Looks
like that.
We are live once again. We live. Woo!
Pretty sure it's just something that fell. There's no intruder in here.
Nope.
Alas, I must go check it out. So, I got up. I tried to unlock my glizzy case. And guess what? The battery in it was dead. I said, okay, great. Oh, now I gotta get my keys. Unlock it manually. Okay, so I did that. Before I reached for the glizzy, though, I unsheathed my melee weapon. I said, man, which one's going to be more better? What will be more optimal? My melee weapon or my ranged weapon? That it's going to be the great equalizer. My ranged weapon. So I reached for that instead. Took me a minute. Then I walked out. I was like, ugh. Still a little groggy from being awoken from that crazy crash sound I heard. Walked around the house. What's going on here? Anybody here? Anybody here? Anybody want to get Swiss cheesed up?
Nope.
Nothing. Everything was normal. Things were where they were when we went to sleep. And I go to the area where I heard the crash. And boom, it was one of our picture frames. The pin that it was being held on, the pin gave out, essentially, the push pin. One of these guys. Let me take one out. I have one here in my desk. The push pin gave out, and then the frame fell, and it broke. And that's what the whole crash sound was. One of these guys. Bam. So it was one of those. I didn't think they were going to break, honestly.
Nope.
So I didn't use a nail instead of using that. I was like, nah. It won't break. They'll hold on. And it gave out somehow. Said, oh, a damn picture. Okay, great. Now I probably won't be able to go back to sleep.
Nope.
And sure enough, I didn't. What was it like? 11. It was 11:13 when that ish happened. Goodbye, sleep. Goodbye. Last time I saw the clock, it was almost 1. I said, I'm not sleeping tonight.
Nope.
And then I don't really remember falling asleep. Somehow I did, though. I kind of rested because my brain was still active and I was still aware of my surroundings. So I didn't really get much sleep, dog. And then I got up late. I still did my workout, though. Today was arms day. Little bicep, tricep action. Oh, yeah. And then that's why we're here late. So, y'all probably don't give a about that.
Nope.
So we'll continue. We'll start the show. Shout out to you guys. We here. Live gang, replay gang watching this in the future. And of course, the Lurk Squad. Luckily, though, I did replace the battery on my ranged weapon case. So it's all good now. Next time some ish happens, boom, it'll work. It'll work smoothly, and I won't have to reveal my location by turning on my light.
Nope.
You know, I can be stealthy. So, check your batteries, people. Moral of the lesson is that have your ish prepared. You gotta be ready, stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. All right, let's start. Can y'all hear? Let me see. Hello. Where is the freaking sound effect? Oh, I see he's muted too. Lo and behold, look at that. 2 peas in a pod, I suppose we are. No, he removed us. He removed our chair. Oh, Kilgoon, why?
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Hey, we can hear you now. Let's go, Kilgoon. Let's go. We hear you, brother. We'll be right here next to Manny. We'll be next to Manny. Actually, we'll cover him up. He won't mind.
Nope.
He won't mind at all. We're part of the show. The Goon Killer. Yeah. Here we go.
Hello?
We can hear you, man.
Better?
We hear you.
That's so weird. Okay, I never have to push that button. There's like a fix audio
Okay, there we
button
go.
on the stream
I
deck.
should be able to hear you.
Anyway, what I was saying was welcome for a very special edition of Titan Talk.
Mhm.
It is Roadmap Day. It's
Roadmap
been about
Day,
6
baby.
weeks or so since the last time we've done one of these, I think.
Yep. We'll get to know who the next 3 gods and or goddesses are following the release of Bastet next week. Get excited, baby. Here we go.
It's generally the cadence that we do these at. And I think these are always some of the most fun, hype shows, excited to talk about some of the stuff that we have coming up.
I like it.
I turned off the ads. So if the full ads pop up, I don't know because I did turn off the ads before the show. So we should not have an ad break. But yeah,
You mean the pre-roll ads? You turned off the pre-roll ads? You can't turn them off completely.
Nope.
Only remove the pre-rolls.
I'm really excited. I think that this is a good update or a good run of gods we have coming up. I think they're all fun. But I'm excited to talk about it with everybody.
Who is it?
Before
Let
I get
us
started, because I do like to kill a little bit of time before roadmap shows, because people come in late and keep asking over and over what it was that we
Who
talked
is
about.
it? Yeah, all the
I just wanna
late
say, like, I hope
ninjas,
everybody
man.
had a really great weekend. I had a great weekend. I was not here on Friday, as you guys saw. There was no show because I wasn't here. But I went on a little camping trip with my family.
Oh, nice.
And just got to spend some really good quality time with family. And
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
that's great. I like that.
My quick interlude saying, like, spend time with the people that you love and care about. I know we all love and care about this game. That's why we're here. But definitely try and always put the people in your life that are special first.
Gotcha,
With
man.
that
Excellent
said,
message there. Excellent message.
let's get started.
Round of applause,
Go to the
Tilgoon.
handy dandy
Another one.
desktop, because I do have a few disclaimer slides that you've all seen before. But I'm just going to run through them again for new people.
Oh, this is the Summer God
this is the
Roadmap.
kind of Summer
That's right.
God Roadmap that we're talking about today.
We are in summer already. Holy
Disclaimers.
moly.
Everything on this roadmap is subject to change. Game development
Flies
is very
by.
unpredictable work. We don't know if something's going to be fun. We don't know how long it's going to take to do it necessarily. It's really impossible to fully plan out game development as much as you try until you do it.
All characters and events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. All celebrity voices are impersonated poorly. The following program contains coarse language, and due to its content, it should not be viewed by anyone. That's a funny meme.
And you know that something is or isn't fun. Because, like, I can time box and say, hey, we have X days to work on this feature. And then if it's not fun, do we just ship it? No, we're going to spend more time working on it. So
Nope.
that's why game development is kind of so unpredictable.
You don't want to ship
Our
fun
priorities
things,
also can
man.
and do change. We feel pretty confident about the next few updates, but sometimes there's an emergent issue that can force us to delay things or reprioritize things. And then we are people. People do get sick. They have family issues. They get jury duty. We seem to get with jury duty more than anybody else, but we get a lot of jury duty here. These things can all impact the schedule. Newer notes, I should change this. This has been around for a while, but we are being a little bit more flexible with god role rotation than before. We're trying to prioritize highly requested gods and fit them into our schedule alongside the work needed to do those gods. This doesn't mean that we're entirely ignoring roles, but just don't expect a fixed rotation where we're going to do, you know, solo, mid, jungle, carry, support over and over and over. We're also being a little bit more flexible on feature ship dates. So we're planning more along the line saying, like, this is our next priority that we want to work on. When we think it's in a good place, we will ship it, which means that some of the bigger features we're working on in the background just kind of aren't going to be on this roadmap because I can't say for sure it's going to be this update, just things that we're working on.
Gotcha.
Understood.
Like
this means I can give less of a roadmap on exact features coming in, and it's largely focused on gods, but I do have some other stuff in here. The rest of these slides are more polished, so I can post them on Twitter and not get people mad at me.
Perhaps.
So this next one, first god on the roadmap here, first slide. You guys already know about it because we talked about it, but it's worth talking about what's coming in this very next update here. Just a little bit of a teaser for the patch note show. And first off, we will have Bastet, and this is your first look.
Hang on, I'm in the way. Let me move myself. Bam, there we go. There she is. There is Bastet. Dropping next Tuesday. Oh, look at that new card art, man. Which model do you guys like best? I would like to know. I prefer the old one myself. When it comes to these animal creatures, they're not my cup of tea.
Nope.
Not at all. I prefer the more humanoid type of beast girls. That's right. Not full furry.
Nope.
Never go full furry.
At Bastet's new card,
At least for me.
For her remodeled model. Bastet, the goddess of cats.
Yeah. Who's going to be your new favorite cat girl, huh? Bastet or Awelix? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below or in the chat as well. This one is more lore accurate though, so I do understand why the remodel came, why it happened. She looks good though. Looks pretty good. I like in the card art. We'll see how that translates to the in-game model though, because sometimes it just doesn't hit.
Nope.
The card art may look great. the translation to the 3D model just doesn't land. So we'll see. Card art, I'm loving it. It's great.
She has an all-new model that has been inspired by community feedback. It's more cat-like, as you can see, less humanoid. She was one of the top priority junglers.
Just me. That's probably just me, man. It's just a me thing. Just gonna say it, point it out. Yeah.
On player surveys. It's one of the reasons why we prioritized her. The other reason why we prioritized her was because we really wanted to rework her model, and that fit into our art pipeline at this point in time. So I think it's pretty sweet. Some plus ones, just kind of some lighter teasers here, because we'll be showing this off tomorrow. The core kit references the older cat summoning SMITE 1 kit.
Is that the 3? Or then the remake of her ult? Because at one point her ult was named Cats of Bast or something like that. And she would summon 2 Bast cats next to her, and it would amplify her entire kit. Like, it would make the leap wider, or the landing area of effect on the leap, her one. It would make it wider. It would make the cone angle of her 2 also wider. I think it increased the damage too. Then the 3, you could summon 2 cats, if I'm recalling correctly. And then I don't even remember like OG Bastet.
Nope.
Because they had changed her ult to that from a different one. And then they changed it from the Cats of Bast to the projectile. You fling. You summon a cat to pick up somebody. Move them to your fired location. And then it'll do some dot damage. And it was a relocation ult. So that's the last I know of Bastet.
And her passive now also gives strength. So that's a fun little twist.
Okay. Her old passive used to be a lifesteal. And then she would make people bleed and could see them on the map, I do believe.
Aspect. Your teaser is big cats. We will show more of this tomorrow.
Interesting.
Or not tomorrow, on Wednesday. So come back on Wednesday and we'll go through Bastet in a lot more detail here for y'all.
Does it? Will her aspect make her into a giant cat? Instead of her being able to summon a giant cat? Because that would be more interesting. Excuse me. Because they did make her more feline, right? She's just bipedal now and has opposable thumbs. Other than that, she's like 98% cat, right? They did make her more cat. Probably because the community was saying, oh, it's more lore accurate for her to be more cat-like. Like, why is on her a lion, more lion than human, while Bastet is more human than cat, and they're brother and sister, right? So that's probably why they got all the backlash, and then they remodeled her model. Art-wise, I like it. I do like it. Yeah. The OG, so apparently there's been 3 versions of Bastet, brother. There was a one that was like this, although it just looked bad. And then they changed it to the more humanoid one, which is what we're used to. And then now they changed it and upgraded this one to this one. So they kind of went back to the original Bastet and updated it, right? I do have a picture. Let me see if I can pull it up. Pictures over here. Bastet, where are you? Here. Boom. Here it is. Here are her designs. Boom. Here was the first Bastet. Then this is the Bastet we know, which is the best Bastet, in my opinion. And now we have the new remodel. Right here, this one. Looks just like this one, only more improved. Upgraded. Definitely better than the first iteration. This one... This one looks whack. Super, super whack. And maybe because of that, they remodeled her to this one. The one we all know and love. And then the comedian was like, blah, 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 blah. She's supposed to be more cat. Why did you make her more human? Boo! Make her more into a cat. And then they got what they wanted. Now we have this one. This is the character design progression for Bastet. Which Bastet is best Bastet? Let me know. Bastet. Let me know. Are you partial to this one or to this one? I don't think many people will like this one. If they do, they'll just say this one's better, so they'll go with this one. Maybe like one person likes this one over the other two. It's so outdated though. Oh. To me, it just looks bad. This one looks better, and this one looks the best. Plus, it's a different engine. So, looks-wise, this one's gonna look the best. Although, preference-wise, I prefer this one. I prefer more humanoid. They gave her full fur. They made her head into a cat head. And they gave her fur. Everything else pretty much stayed the same. They changed her... Oh, they gave her actual cat eyes. Yeah. More feline features, for sure. They gave her more fur. Instead of regular human skin, smooth skin. Now fur. Well, that's that. Let us continue.
Darkstar Saga will continue.
Mm-hmm.
The Darkstar Saga, if you aren't familiar, is our kind of ongoing big saga event right now, where if you, you can buy everything at a discounted price, or you can kind of get individual travelers as they come along. Mm-hmm. And there will be 2 new travelers for the Darkstar Saga in this update. There will be Mulan and Neja. We will also have a new feature.
My boy Niza, my girl Mulan. Let's go. Race to Radiant. What is this? Oh, they're bringing it back. They used to do this. It used to be called Road to Diamond.
Called Race to Radiant. This is a new recurring event that will recognize the first players to reach Radiant for each God release. So, hopefully...
Holy moly. Oh, the amounts alive about to take me out. Oh, shoot. This makes sense because I would see that people that were streaming the game, they were like, oh, whenever Horus dropped, road to the level 10 or something like that. Road to Radiant. That's what I would see some people name their streams. Oh, damn. Interesting. Now it's a thing. They made it a thing.
Hopefully this feels like there's a little bit something to play for if a god that you really like comes out and you want to be recognized as kind of one of the first players that you know, gets to Radiant with them as a true Bastet enjoyer.
Recognize, aka
acknowledge me.
Oh, shout out to the tribal chief Roman Reigns.
So this is a fun little event that will be starting in this update. Next, we will have an updated Atlas aspect. This should be less annoying to play against, but retaining the core essence of the aspect. So
I got to play it once at least.
Should be fun. And it's felt pretty good in playtests. Curious to see how people feel about it when it's in the live servers. And will it be shown off on Wednesday? Yeah, we'll take a look at it tomorrow too. Or
hey, let's go.
Wednesday. Tomorrow's not Wednesday. I don't know why I keep thinking tomorrow's Wednesday.
It's okay. We understand.
That said, we have a little bit more. There are some balance updates and more in this update. Things that I specifically wanted to call out is that this update is going to have reworks to the plating and dampening items, as well as blinking abyss and some more things. So we'll be going through balance in more detail later this week. But I think
probably Friday.
Those are some of
tomorrow.
Some of the bigger points of community feedback and problems right now, and I wanted to be clear that we are addressing those.
Are they too strong?
Coming in the next update, we will have.
Who's next?
Are you guys ready?
Who follows?
Find out who the next god will be.
Who's the first one?
Well, it's about...
Oh! Our man Kronos, the Lord of Time himself, is joining the roster as entry number 38 in the Royal Rumble of SMITE 2. Let's go, man. Yo. Kronos pendant is about to get OP. Not really.
Nope.
I say that facetiously, okay? It's because it's Kronos pendant and he's Kronos. And people would... I certainly agree or concur that it should impact him greater than everyone else. Just me. A basic attacker. Okay. One of the few basic attacker mages that I'm actually decent with.
Time for Kronos, the Keeper of Time, to join the roster of the gods in SMITE 2. Kronos is one of my personal favorite gods. Before I started working here, I actually had a Smurf account, which I don't condone. You shouldn't have Smurf accounts, but I had a Smurf account that only played Kronos, and I would play Kronos in any role. And if somebody took Kronos, I would dodge the game. So I have a lot of personal affinity for Kronos, and I am excited for more Kronos in my life. So.
Hey, let's go.
Funny Kronos story that you guys probably didn't know, but I'm telling anyway.
Fun fact.
So what's going to happen with Kronos? He is the most requested magical carry on player surveys. It's an archetype that we haven't addressed in a while in SMITE 2, so we thought this was a good opportunity to get him in. Also, he will be coming with a updated model. This is not an all-new model, but it's a little bit more of an update than we give to most gods coming over. I believe he's going to have a longer skirt, and I believe that there's just kind of some more details that are coming as part of him. So I'm pretty excited that he is going to look pretty cool too as he comes out. It's looking great.
A longer skirt? Why? Why is that necessary, huh? Let me see. I'm trying to look for a sound effect here.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Why? Why is my question. I don't think it's necessary at all.
Nope.
I don't know, man. I think it's a big L. A longer skirt is his updated model. Probably more to it. That's just the first thing he said, though. So we're running with it. I see no reason for him to have a longer skirt. He already looks pretty cool, man. He's already Kronos. Why try and mess with it? That's my opinion.
In terms of plus ones, just a little teaser here. Master Time. There are new ways to endlessly stack and become more powerful over time.
More ways. Or new ways, I should say. Actually, more too. Because originally, his passive, they added in a thing that the longer the game goes, the stronger he gets. Excuse me. So going into long games actually behooves Kronos. And as a Kronos player, you want to have long games. You want to extend it out so that the benefits are on your side. Time was the only way to get that, though. Now there are new ways to endlessly stack and become powerful over time. New mechanics. Interesting. To get stronger over time. Maybe it has to do with his entire passive. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because he has a dial in the 4 quadrants or 4 sectors of time. One of them gives him increased basic attack damage. Another one gives him it restores the mana he spent on an ability during the time frame window. I think it's like 4 seconds or something like that. So whatever abilities he uses, he gets the mana back right after. And then the other one makes his abilities do more damage, and the other one is lifesteal, if I remember correctly. Pretty interesting. So you had to time it right on what you want to use. Pretty great mechanic. I like it.
Kind of trying to lean into his identity of this god that just like scales over time. So should be fun. They're pretty neat. Next, the aspect. Your teaser here is enjoy your time with your friends.
Enjoy your time with your friends. What could that mean? His aspect. Is this like a prelude? Enjoy your time with your friends because this aspect will ruin your friendship. Is it something like that? Or enjoy your time with your friends because you will be the most hated character now. Right next to Loki. Something like that. Crazy. I can't even really think of anything.
Nope.
That they could introduce into his kit to make it into an aspect or something new. That's wild.
That is your teaser. Moving on, also in this update, we will have the Dark Star Saga continuing with new travelers for Discordia and Bastet.
Okay.
We have potentially an exciting one for chat. We will have base stat and penetration pass. So we will be addressing base stats and penetration to improve itemization and game flow.
Okay.
So we've been kind of working on some of this in the background for a while. This is something we've been wanting to get done, fit into the schedule, and we were able to prioritize it to hopefully get it all done for update 38 coming out June 30th. So it should be a pretty big pass for everybody.
Damn. Okay.
Also in this update, there's going to be more. We have
pretty sure they're going to be lowering defensive stats and base health stats, making penetration more accessible. It might even be built in to some characters. That's my best guess. People are complaining, oh, it takes forever to kill somebody. Tanks are overpowered. Play haters. That's just propaganda to me.
But game development is unpredictable, as I said, and I don't want to overpromise. So we're working on these things. Next, coming on July 14th, update 39. We will have
Who Follows Chronos.
Jing.
Oh, Shingster, our man Shinginator, Xing Qian himself, the man that backflips on his jump. Super fun, cool character. Great character to play as. I enjoy playing Xing Qian. What does he say? One of his lines when he purchases items, it has to do with his helmet. Some about defense, but it can help you keep a head. Because he doesn't have a head.
Nope.
He's like a Doulahan. And his face is right here on his whole abdomen. The man with 43 basic attack. Yes, I memorized it because I was curious one day while playing as him. And I asked myself, how much damage does he do with his basic attacks? So I was basic attacking and I saw 43. Wow, I'm never going to kill anybody.
Nope.
Damn, feels bad. The man that can jump many times. I wonder if they fixed the triple jump. Because his 3, you should be able to dash. Not dash, jump. You can jump twice. And apparently, somehow, if you were fast enough, you get in a 3rd jump. I don't know how that was possible.
Nope.
That was a thing, though. So maybe they might have fixed that. And then his 1 is going to be great against basic attackers because it decreases. It's a miasma breath attack he does, and it decreases the amount of basic attack damage that characters do. So that's gonna be great. His 2 hook and slam. You can stun somebody or root them, and then his ult spin to win. Pew 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 pew. You collect people with your battle axe and toss them in whatever direction you're looking. Yeah. It's going to be great for team play. I like that. Xing Chen's pretty fun.
Chen, the Relentless.
The Relentless.
Xing Chen is another one of my favorite gods. I like a lot of the gods in this update, so hopefully you guys like him as much as I do. I like
him. They're fun.
I think he's really fun. I think that he is always been really fun to play both in support and in solo. And you know, you could even there were some patches where you could run him jungle, but it was never the best, I don't think.
Yep.
But he is he's a really interesting addition to the cast in my opinion.
He's fun.
He is the
jump a lot.
number 2 most requested traditional support guardian on player surveys.
No way. He beat out Fafnir? That's wild. My man Fafnir got beat out by Xing Chen. That's crazy, man. Holy moly. I was not aware of this.
Nope.
I could have sworn people loved transforming into the dragon and just breath attacking everybody. I certainly did, man. That was a fun transformation mechanic from Smite 1 that I enjoyed a lot. And I wanted to be in Smite 2 already. He's not as popular, though.
Nope.
As Xing Chen, apparently. Wow, what a shocker. I'm dumbfounded here. A little bit stunned. My man Fafnir, man. The Fafster. Fafusi, the Fafinator. Is he number 3? If he's not number 2 or number 1, he's got to be number 3, right? Right? Ain't no way he's at the bottom. If he's at the bottom, that would suck. It would make me sad. Let's continue, though. Number 2. Congratulations, Xing Chen. Didn't know you were so popular.
Again, we're not necessarily prioritizing the ones that are absolute top of the charts, but we are considering this. So just wanted to make clear that players have been heavily asking for Xing Chen, and we're excited to bring it to him. Also, in terms of plus ones, just a little bit here to say that it's too early to talk about plus ones, but we do have a teaser for the aspect, and the aspect is spin to win.
Ah, yeah. Spin to win. Now, what could that mean? Something with his ult. Can you ult multiple times? Is it going to be if you hook more people, you get a reduced cooldown on your ult, which makes you ult quicker? Or more frequently, I should say. Is it that? Because that's the only spinning animation he's got. His 1 is a breath attack. His 2 is a hook and slam. His 3 is the jump. And then his 4, his ult, is a spin. That's my guess. You can ult more frequently. Or his ult range has increased. The speed of his spin increased. I don't know. I'm throwing out stuff. Ideas from my dome.
So we'll have more to talk about Xing Chen as we get closer to him.
Interesting.
But I'm pretty excited. The Darkstar Saga will be coming to an end in this update. So this is the last patch of new content coming to the Darkstar Saga. And it will include new travelers for Geb and the Morgan, as well as a reward traveler for Khepri. So you will hopefully have fun with that when it comes out. Also in this update, just kind of a little bit of a teaser of what we're targeting for kind of bigger balance pass. We want to look at Mage Bruiser and Echo itemization gaps in this update. We want to make sure there's kind of viable build paths for Mage Bruisers and for kind of Echo-centric builds.
Not the Morrigan.
Just creating more viable build paths there. So
her aspect.
that's targeted for update 39. There's some other things that we're actually targeting in terms of balance for this update as well, but I don't want to overpromise. And this is kind of the first priority, so that the other stuff might come out in the update later.
That's cool.
So it should be good. We also will have more, as
There's
I know.
more, but wait, there's more.
Planned, but we don't
Billy
want to
Mays here.
Next, we will have
who is the final character to
that I'm going to
join?
be talking about today.
Number 40.
And this takes us to the end of our event
40.
right here. So we have normally I like to go like an event at a time, but we have one patch that's kind of like between big events, the way that this update is structured. So I'm going to do one more god today, and then we'll call it a day in terms of new reveals. And that new god
Update number 40. Kuchulain. Kukolin. Oh my god. Okay. The Berserker. Our man Kukolin. The what's his name? The Nostradamus guy from that one movie. Dang it. What's it called, brother? I can't think of the name for the life of me. It is escaping me right now. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think that's what it's called. I think that's the guy. Yeah. I think it's him. It looks like him when he transformed. Is he the second non-mana character or non-mana using character in the game? Right now, it's just Yamoji. He's going to be number 2. Just off the base kit. I'm not saying aspect or anything.
Nope.
Because I think Fanny's aspect makes him not use mana. There's them 2. Is there anyone else? I think there was 3 in the entirety of SMITE game. 3 characters that didn't use mana. He was one of them. Yamoji was the other one. I can't think of the third one right now.
Nope.
Fun warrior, though. I was really not that great with him.
Nope.
So perhaps I'll improve my my skills with him in SMITE 2 when he drops.
Cullen, the Hound of Ulster. I am pretty excited for this. He is one of the top requested traditional solo warriors on player surveys. Difficult for us to get him into the schedule because he is a double model god with twice as many FX, twice as many models, twice as many sets of animations. He has been a big request, and both in terms of his physical size and in terms of what people have wanted him in the game. And we're pretty excited. So hopefully he is a fun addition to the game for everybody. Plus one's an aspect. It's a little too early to talk about. We have some thoughts, but I just don't want to share them because it's stuff that's likely to change at this point. And then there will be more in this update.
Is his aspect going to be similar to Ardio's aspect? Where you can choose which form you want to play as? Instead of relying on the, what was it even called, man? Wrath or something like that? No, that's Mordred. It's called something that Rage. I think it's Rage. So that's what his mana is. It's Rage. So the higher Rage he gets, he'll be able to transform. So will his aspect remove that part of his kit and give him the ability to choose on base, perhaps, similar to Ardio's aspect, which form to be in, whether in his beast form or his human form. And then he'll stay like that until he decides to change. That's my thought. It's my prediction.
Like I said, this is kind of the
Let me know what you think.
Major events update, so we aren't going to have new saga in this update. Should be in the update after this if everything goes according to plan. Yeah, that is our final new god of this
Colin,
order.
Coochie Lane.
So we have
Coochie Lane.
Bastet
Oh,
coming.
here we go. Here's the whole lineup. We got Bastet, Kronos, drop in at the end of the month. Mid-month in July, Xing Qian, Xingster, Xinginator. And then the end of July. Oh, right around, right after BBS anniversary, year 11. Coochie Lane, Kukolin, or Coochie Lane, however you want to call him. Excellent lineup right here.
16th.
I like them
Kronos
all.
coming June 30th.
They're all pretty good.
Jing Chen coming July 14th, and Kukulin coming July 28th.
Kukulin.
Which is, I think, a pretty sweet lineup of gods. I'm stoked for what we have coming here. I think that, again, we try and prioritize gods that are very highly requested. We try and prioritize gods that we think fit a gap in what we offer to players, and also that fit into our schedule for trying to get all the different aspects done of a god that we want to do.
Hydrate yourself.
So I am, I'm pretty excited. I think this should be.
So Kukolin is gonna have mystical mail. I'm already gonna tell you. Flat. One of his abilities is mystical mail. It's like a pseudo mystical mail. You can use it to box people. Have some DPS there. So you can use it before you can get mystical mail, or while you're working on your mystical mail, you can use that. And then when he transforms into his beast form, he passively has it already, or he has it constantly active. His mystical mail. It's not an ability that you have to activate.
Nope.
When he transforms, it's already active and it stays active. So doubling up with mystical mail was the way to go with him, or at least one of the ways. And then giving him a attack speed as well. Attack speed, some cooldown, and defense. Like traditional bruiser builds. That was the best way to build him. Dude, this guy would just like never die.
Nope.
If you were great with him, dude, you would be getting pentas out here, man, like crazy. You would be unstoppable. It was wild. I saw some videos and some people playing him. I was like, ow. Ow! Then I would try playing him. Be like, what? I would even use the same build. Like, hello? Why aren't I popping off? It's probably because I was just bad with him. So now that he's gonna come back, perhaps I'll take another look and improve my skills with him. I did improve with Achilles, and he was in a similar boat. Like, he was so oppressive and overpowered against you, and then when you played him, you were bad, but then you learned his kit, learned how to build him, learned how to play him properly, and then now you are the oppressor, the overpowered one, so to speak, right? So perhaps it'll be a similar story with Kukolin.
A fun one. And with that, I'm going to come back to me if I can find the right button. But I can't. There it is.
And we're
It's
back.
Me. And it's Manny. And it's 1:15.
I'm speaking for Manny. Don't worry, guys.
We have another 45 minutes in which I can take questions. I can answer questions.
He blazed through that. Hasn't even been 15 minutes and he's already done. Wow.
And we can talk about, apparently why we are L devs and worst devs ever, because we did not include Changa in this lineup. I think that, like, in general,
dude, she's coming. Just relax, dude. Relax. Take it easy, man. It's not like she's never gonna come. She will join the roster just at a later time. I'm not tripping about Fafnir being here.
Nope.
I want to play as Fafnir. You don't see me complaining.
Nope.
You guys relax, man. Wait your turn. You'll get it. Jeez. So impatient.
We do our best, like I said, to prioritize the gods that are most highly requested. Changa, in particular, is one that we've talked about in the past.
Change.
And Changa requires some more pet tech than we've built out right now because we need to be able to support the Jade Rabbit going back to base and coming back with your items and buying items for you and pathing. So that's the main reason why Chang'e has not made it onto a list yet. We are working on pet tech in the background, and we're making actually really good progress recently. So,
ninjas.
I'm hopeful that we will start to see more pet gods as the year goes on. And then once we kind of unlock pet gods, then there's a lot of pet gods that are much more viable choices for us to get into the list here. That's making jokes, which is, sometimes funny, sometimes not. Chat's moving fast today, which is good. There must be a lot of people watching and having a good time. Scotty Aspect, you play Calder now. That's a funny idea. I don't think that's probably what it'll end up being when we get to her, but that's a funny idea. Can we have kill effects linked to skins? No, we have it as a separate cosmetic type. We could have made that decision, but it's kind of hard to to unlink now. Then what would overwrite? What would have the priority? So we like it as separate stats, or not separate stats, but separate cosmetics.
Separate effect.
When is Tyr? Tyr is one of the gods that we've talked about a lot internally. I think that we would really like to do Tyr. Tyr is, I think Tyr was the one kind of traditional. So to be clear, I'm not counting. I'm not necessarily counting King Arthur in a lot of these, because King Arthur has some movement stuff that we need to get done before we can bring him over. So when I'm saying he's the top requested warrior, I think that Tyr and Cullen were right neck and neck in terms of what the most requested warriors were. Tyr does have a little bit more of
he's another stance
potential to feel slightly janky with some of the movement stuff that we're working on. He's closer to being feasible than King Arthur, but the knock-up juggle just has a little bit of risk that it doesn't feel great with the state of the movement system right now. So that's why we're, he's not top priority for that reason, even though he would be easier technically to do than Cucullin. I think that Cucullin also, again, double model god, we're trying to fit that in where there's space for it.
Knock out some of these more difficult ones early on. Yo, man, Tyr's fun.
Sorry, I'm reading. I see this note about Cowl losing its power upon death. I will look at that. I don't know if that's something going.
Tyr's passive is built in CCR. Crazy. Now it's going to be what? They might change it to dampening. I don't know. Or it just might stick to the original hard CCR.
Cowl losing power.
What if they add in dampening?
Thank you for the report.
Even more of a benefit. That'd be cool. And
speaking of Tyr and King Arthur, how's the movement overhaul upgrade going? It's going in the background, and it's making very steady progress. Lots of it is already live, to be honest, and you guys haven't really noticed, which is the goal. There's a few bigger pieces that we're working on still that need to happen before the two gods can come along, but we're getting pretty close, I would say. So it's largely going well.
About a month or so, maybe another 3 months, perhaps.
What about Surtur? So Surtur technically is one of the more challenging gods that we have left. It's not
Fire
the
Giant
ultimate that you're thinking of. It's the picking up and throwing minions is a big technical challenge. It's not, it's not impossible by any means. But again, there's been, I feel like Cullen is one of those classic SMITE gods that a lot of people have felt like solo lane doesn't feel right without a Cucullin there. And I think that getting him in is probably just a bigger win for the state of the game than Surtur.
Plus,
even though Surtur was always extremely popular.
Plus, his ability to not rely on mana to use his kit is actually pretty good. Especially now with the whole stat changes they made on mana regen and health regen. Now the further ones that they're going to do. he's gonna be coming at a great time. So I like it. I agree with it. His presence will be more impactful than a Surtur, let's say, or a King Arthur right
now. Weekend dropped a video saying we should do a hype patch where we have a brand new god along with 2 ports and a map change, even if it costs skipping a week of patches. So that would cost way more than skipping a week of patches.
All right, you guys, you're about to watch 180 seconds of ads.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
Don't forget you can use your Prime sub to skip through them.
That's right. Let him know.
Just to get 2 ports, you would have to skip a port to get 2 ports.
Yep.
And then to also get a new god, you would probably need to skip
2.
I don't know, 2 or 3 more ports.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking about like months without an update to have that happen. And I will say that like we have not seen the metrics that support saying that that would be the best thing for us to do right now. Even if it didn't necessarily involve skipping that much. I think that what we've seen is that like steady flow of new content, steady flow of improvement is the right answer for a game that is, as much as people don't like it when I say it, it's a game that's still in beta. We still have a lot of work that we want to do on the game. There's a lot of development that needs to be done. And like, we're not structuring ourselves in a way to create the most hype possible for each update. If we were doing that, you would have more than a PowerPoint with me talking with a mannequin on a show about what the upcoming gods are. Our focus is mainly on what can we do to make the game as better as possible, as quickly as possible.
Yep. Slow, steady, consistent, no rushing.
Nope.
Slow is efficient, and efficient is fast. That's the line of thinking that I believe they're going on. I'm with it. I think the same as well.
And that's kind of what we optimize for right now. At some point, that'll probably change, and we will want to do more to, you know, create more hype around releases and try and create more moments for re-engagement and whatnot. But right now, I just don't think that that's where we are as a game. Every game is going to run differently. But I think that just where we are, we're pretty confident with how things are going. And we're growing. I mean, you know, we are pleased with the metrics that we are seeing of players coming in the front door, playing every day, of new players retaining. Like, things seem like they're heading on a good track for us. You know, we're had a very good month last month, on track to do very well this month. Everything's going well. So
Good. That's what I like to hear.
That feels like Manny caught a stray. I love Manny. Manny's a great co-host here, but I'm just like, I'm trying to be real about things. Like, this is not a super high budget show that we run. You know, this is just me coming on to talk with you guys. It's very casual.
Chill,
and
yep.
It's very
Relaxing.
community driven, and that's where we are right now.
Very human. I like it.
Does adding Cucullin mean that hell is on the table for the future? So they're pretty unrelated. We already had the tech for stance swapping because we did like RTO as an example. So hell has been feasible. Nixon 4. I would not be surprised at this point, which is not what I expected coming into this series. And I kind of hope that it happens just so that I can say that the Hawks were the last team to beat the Knicks. And, you know, we're secretly the second best team in the playoffs, which I don't necessarily believe, but I think that's a fun talking point for us.
You're going to talk about basketball.
Not a high budget show. I see the host in a new shirt every time. The clothing budget must be crazy. I just have a lot of these shirts, and I don't spend a lot on them. This is actually probably my most expensive shirt, and it was a gift for being in one of my buddy's weddings. He gave all the groomsmen this shirt, and I just like it, so I still wear it. I shop like clearance racks at Kohl's, guys. I'm not a big spender on clothing. I just know what I like, and I look for it in the stores, and I buy it. I buy it.
That's funny.
Let's see. Will Kronos scale solely on intelligence? I'm not sure. I think his abilities currently do, but his basic attacks will scale off of both strength and intelligence because that's the way basic attacks work in Smite 2. Yeah. So you could go a strength build that would be focused more on the attacking and less on the abilities.
Yep. You go AA, auto attack, or ability damage. Or a mix of both. 3 different ways to play him.
It's been months since a major map art update. Will Assault get updated before Conquest? So I don't want to talk about specifically what's next in terms of map art updates. We are working on map art updates. I think that like the first wave of map art updates was
the lighting,
kind of the low-hanging fruit.
Textures.
It was maps that were not completely in need of rework, but had room for artistic improvement. So we were able to make improvements to those maps relatively quickly. The first one, Conquest, still took like months to get done. But just in general, like environment art updates are a much bigger arc of work than maybe people appreciate. It takes a lot to make an environment look good and to art out the whole thing.
I bet.
So
I'm not even a programmer, man.
In the background. This is
all
kind of the normal pace for
above me, beyond me.
Art updates. And we, have something we're working on that we'll ship at some point when it's done. And hopefully you guys like it. And
I just know you can't rush an artist, man.
Nope.
Can't rush them too much.
Chronos on PTS Wednesday. Yeah, Chronos should be on PTS on Wednesday, but not the aspect, I would assume.
So he should be live right now on PTS. I don't PTS though, so you guys go test him out if you want.
With the plans to add mage bruiser itemization, what plans are there to address the problems of ranged gods in solo? So I think the main thing here is that there was an entire build path in Smite 1 that
dude, gods in solo. It's so cancer, man. I don't like it. I need to stretch my legs, man. I'll be right back. We back. That was a much needed leg stretch. Holy moly. It's already been an hour. God damn. Time flies by.
Really exist in Smite 2. Like, that had items like, and I'm not saying these exact items are coming over, but I'm just like giving an example of items.
E-staff?
Like Warlock Sash, Ethereal Staff, Tablet of Destinies, items that worked well on these kind of mages that wanted to be a little bit more bruisery in nature. We just don't really have a good path for items like that in Smite 2.
We get Warlock Staff too.
We are making changes to base stats, to penetration, and to a lot of things that we think are going to, have impacts on solo lane meta. To respond to that part of your question, we don't think that. So I would like a solo lane meta where people consider warriors and tanky characters to be viable. I will say that our metrics show that warriors and tanky characters, not all of them, there are some bad ones, right, are increasingly viable in both solo lane and in support. They are doing better and better, and if you look at our metrics, like we have been making progress already to get more melee characters to be successful in those roles. I know that the early lane can be annoying if you're playing against a ranged solo.
Yep, it always is, man. I don't like it. They always have the advantage, and you can't even get close to them to do damage.
Nope.
Because they have the ranged advantage, and then just the aggro of the minions, and then you're in melee range, so you have to reprioritize getting the minions because the minions are always powerful and never, ever discount minion damage.
Nope.
How impactful they are during the laning phase, and if you get minions, then that frees them up to just hit you. I don't like it, man. It's so asinine. Freaking lame, dog. So they're at least against me, man. I'm always gonna struggle in the early game, especially against a ranged character. I don't like it. Although I make up for it in the mid and the late games after that, provided that I don't completely, shit the bed.
The way a MOBA works is like different gods should be powerful at different parts of the game. And when somebody's doing their thing, they're going to be kind of annoying, right?
Yep. And junglers and DPSers, they just want to be powerful at all points in the game. That's my issue against the anti-support propaganders. They say, oh, they're always powerful.
Nope.
They've barely started to get powerful, man. Y'all have been doing obscenely insane amount of damage throughout the entirety of the game since its launch and during the games individually. Like, there's been almost no point in time where you all have not been doing nasty amounts of damage, right? And that's why they're mad, because they're not powerful at every single step of the match, which I find to be ludicrous. As this says more about you than anyone else. Like, you just want to be a tyrant. That's what it sounds like to me. You just want to oppress people from minute one, not even, from second one, all the way to the end of the game. You just want to have all the power. You're power hungry. You want to have everything in your favor at all times of the game. And that's not how things work.
Nope.
And I accept that. So I'm fine with y'all having your power spikes and your moment to shine, right? I'm also fine with other characters and other roles having their time to shine. I just don't like that you only want to be the only one benefiting while everyone else is at a detriment. That's where I draw the line. That's what I don't like. But a lot of these propagandists,
that's like, oh God, this, I hate when Ross snipes me and kills me. It's like, that's what he does. Like, that's his thing. You need to let gods do their thing. And range solos, their thing is I'm going to be a little bit annoying in lane. But I think that what we see is that like the tank solos are doing better and better. And it's not a bad idea to pick a tank solo right now. There's still some that are like underperforming, to be clear. But that's more of like an individual god thing at this point versus a
and even like skill player
game-wide, all of the melees are horrible in solo lane. As Testai says, there's a reason you almost only see tank solos in top level comp. It's because it literally is just better. And I know that like it doesn't necessarily feel that way at all elo brackets, but like
By
it
tank,
really
I think they
really
mean
is
support.
at all elo brackets more successful to play tank solos most of the time now.
Yep.
Sun Wukong is so sad in solo right now. Yeah, Sun Wukong might be one of those gods that we need to look at more. Like I'm not necessarily saying that there aren't individual gods that have problems, right? Like Chalk had a lot of problems in the last update. I don't know if the changes we did have made him more viable in this update. I haven't looked at the numbers for him particularly in the past few days, but like Chalk had a really low win rate last update. So you were probably having a bad time playing Chalk in solo lane. But that's why we targeted him specifically with some buffs. And we've also been targeting like tanky itemization. And again, we are looking at plating and dampening in this next update, and the items that have plating and dampening on them are getting a little bit of a change. So I think that, you know, you will see again, tanky items will get slightly better in the next update, and you may see more prevalence of them. So we'll see how things go.
I like that.
Excuse
me. What's he got?
Can I address strength scaling on basic attack? So I think that this is one of those suggestions that the community has latched onto, which is not necessarily something that is good for the game or is needed. Because we did, like, I don't think that this is, I think that ultimately this comes down to more like other balance than changing the strength scaling towards basic attacks. Like one of the things that is just different between SMITE 1 and SMITE 2 is that gods, their base attack damage is significantly higher than SMITE 1. Like your base, like, I'm just gonna throw numbers out. These might not be the exact numbers, but it's like you get 12 base attack damage in SMITE 1, you get 25 in SMITE 2 or something. So gods are dealing a lot more basic attack damage at early levels, but a lot of it is just your basic attack damage is significantly higher in SMITE 2 than it was in SMITE 1. Why? This was a decision that was made by design a long time ago with different designers than we have now. So it's one of the things that like we're looking at as part of these base stat changes. I don't necessarily know that that's going to be one of the first things that we touch, or if that's one of the things we touch later, but I think that like basic attacks do a lot of damage. I agree with you. I don't think that it's because of 100% strength scaling. And I think that we feel like changing that number isn't necessarily the solution to the problem that players are feeling.
So it's the basic attack damage that needs to be adjusted. That's what I'm understanding, at least.
Let's see.
Some of these range characters, man, they be hitting you for like 1,000,000 damage early on. Ow, dude, that is hurts.
When it comes to the magical assassins trio, which god between Aokwang, Habwa, and Maman would I port first? As far as this person knows, they're all similar in popularity. I think they are all roughly similar in popularity. There's certainly one that's more or less.
Probably Hebo.
I think that each one presents its own like
Hebo, Aokwangist,
own
and
challenges, I would say. So Aokwang is a multiple model god because he switches into the dragon when he executes.
Yeah.
And so that's just a little bit of a heavier lift for the art team to make Aokwang. Maman Brigitte is the most like technically complicated kit, so it would be the biggest lift for programming and design to get done. One of the things that like she uses that that Serket also uses, we don't have this in game yet, is that like zigzag targeter, which, you know, again, every god has something you have to build, but that's just something that we don't have yet. So we would need to build that for her. Plus she just has more interactions in her kit than the other gods do. Habwa is technically the easiest god to do, but his model is really old. And there's also
updated.
I mean, it did get updated, but like the other like big concern that we have about Habwa is that there are a lot of people who are like, if he's not on his surfboard, I don't want the god, and we don't want base Habwa to be on the surfboard. So we're trying to figure out like how we even deal with Habwa coming over, because like I said, so many people just strongly prefer his animations and the camera position and the movement on the surfboard skin. Sydney Shredder, or I forget what the other, Hebro.
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily want, like, we don't want that. And somebody says he should be riding a turtle. He's not gonna be riding a turtle either. Like he's a river god, right? Like I guess there are turtles in the river. But I don't know. I think that we're just still figuring out like how we address that point of community feedback to bring him over. In terms of which one comes first of those three, I don't know. Hard to say, but I think that those are like the reasons behind all three.
So they want to remove him from the surfboard? That's the
how popular is
way I
Arachne?
know how to
Arachne
play
is
him, though.
very popular.
Oh, no, actually. His model is he's in a water vortex thing. Those are his legs. And then he has the cannons. His arms, or from his forearms down, his forearms down, they're water hands, water arms. He blasts you. That's his one. His two is the movement speed. Scroll he drops down. Then his three is the water spout. And then the four is his. He turns into a giant tsunami wave. Just mows you down. So that's his base. And then the surfboard one, that's Hebro. That's when he's on the surfboard. Oh, so his base wouldn't be bad either.
Nope.
I was conflating the two, thinking that the surfboard was his base when it's not.
Nope.
So base Hebo, I think base Hebo is pretty cool. The rework he got is great. I like the remodel they gave him.
Has a little bit. I think that there's like a couple things around Arachne. Like I think that the first part is that like she is a little bit more difficult for animation because she has more legs, which sounds dumb, but it's true. And
nah, it's
like,
true. I get it.
One of those gods that always had an extremely high win rate in Smite 1, but nobody believed it. So she's probably going to be really good in Smite 2, and nobody's going to believe it again.
Yep. Auto attackers.
And the other thing is that like there's a lot of people that because of what we did with Aladdin, feel like Arachne should have a similar wall running move, and I think we generally disagree with that as a like design group. I think that like most people in the design group, I think largely like Arachne's kit as it is now. And I'm not trying to put words into their mouth because it's been a little while since we talked about it. So I think it's just kind of like figuring out exactly what we want to do with Arachne when we decide to bring her over.
They made his hat upside down, or the bill up. That's funny. I just noticed that. Oh, y'all can't even see. Let me move his hat right here. Y'all see that? The bill is pointed up. You looking goofy there, man. Bam, right here. Looking goofy, Marvin.
Will Horus receive a nerf? I would say base Horus is doing pretty well right now from the numbers. Aspect Horus is doing pretty poorly in solo lane. I'm not sure about other roles. I have to look at it a little bit more.
So
I don't want to commit to whether or not he's going to receive a nerf or a buff or anything, but that's kind of what the numbers were looking like this morning when I looked.
Not movement speed, mobility. Misspoke there. I don't think that aspect is going to be good in solo.
Anything on bringing back 75% anti-heal, since gods like Pele are taking a long time to be balanced with the heal that she has. So we don't have any plans to bring back 75% anti-heal. We think that was just an actively worse version of the game. I will say Pele has been very stubborn. Even with our most recent nerf, which we felt like was going to be pretty harsh, she's still winning quite a lot. So we are continuing to look at Pele aspect, I will say.
He's going to get another stick.
But we have
another
more to
whack,
look at there.
Another nerf.
Damn. Yeah, I think it's like Nene of Knowledge says, healing overall is so much healthier. There are just a handful of specific outliers. And I would agree with that take. I think that like the game is largely in a better place. I think there are still some things that are outliers that we have to address, and we are working to address those. But I don't think that like reverting everything is the play at this point.
Nah is what I say to that.
are we going to fix the mage mid experience anytime soon? I don't know specifically what you want fixed, but we mentioned that we will have penetration changes, which should do a lot to address the mage mid itemization. And then we also did mention that we're going to be looking at the kind of mage bruiser path for mages that want to build that way, and also the echo itemization path for mages that are looking for, you know, kind of an alternate build path.
Right.
Sorry, I'm still reading through here. Could be a lot of long questions today. It takes me a minute to figure it out. Was the roadmap already shown? Yes, I went through it in the first like 15 minutes of the show. So if you missed it, you can
rewind, Ninja.
Catch the VOD when I post it right after this. Yep. Can we add more avatars? Lots of gods don't have any. Yeah, we kind of add avatars over time. There's definitely more that we can add. So yeah, if there's specific ones you want to see, let us know. We can take a look at those.
One of my favorites.
We're planning on releasing any items during this roadmap. Yep, we are. I know that like specifically around like Mage Bruiser and whatnot, there's a few items that we're considering.
Warlock staff.
I would expect that there will be some items that come out. Yep.
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm hoping for.
Which upcoming god has been the hardest to port? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I think that like there have been some things around Chronosalt that were a little challenging.
Rewind.
Bastet has had some, you know, some art challenges with the way we address some of her stuff. I think everybody just kind of has their own challenges. I don't think there's one that's been like crazy, but they've all had challenges. I'm only talking about, you know, the four that we've talked about. What are we arguing about in chat? Sorry, I'm trying to follow along. You guys move quickly. Have echo items seen more play since the visual change? I think a little bit, but not substantially. So, you know, that was one of those things where it's like, we wanted to fix that first, but there were other things that we kind of knew we wanted to do with echo items. Will the discount for the Darkstar Saga continue through the Cullen patch or be removed with that patch? I'm not sure. I usually the discount runs one patch after the event is done. So that would mean it would run through the end of the Cullen patch, but I'm not sure. So tentatively, I would assume it runs through the end of the Cullen patch, but it might not.
To be determined.
When will Draft Conquest in custom lobbies be upgraded to 5 bans per team? We talked about this, and I think the general consensus was that we felt like it's still a good number of bans for the number of gods that are in the game right now. If individual leagues want to do additional bans outside of the lobby, then they can definitely do that. But the feedback that last time I talked to Hindeman about this was everybody in the comp scene seemed like that was, you know, they were good with where we are. Why not let you just choose how many bans are in the custom lobby? Because then we would have to have multiple different versions of the lobby set up, and it would just add more back end work for us.
A whole lot more ish, man.
Which I mean, you know, we can do just more work, and the less things you have to maintain, the more likely you're going to have quality for the things you are doing.
Yep.
Did we not change that yet? Okay, I'm gonna write down that note about the Briskberry dash targeter. I thought we had fixed that, but maybe we didn't. Or maybe it's just fixing dev. Okay, thank you for the note. Can we please fix the Artemis bugs? Please tell me what bugs you're talking about, and I will take a look.
Throwing out just generic ass, hey, fix this.
Who's coming on the show on Wednesday?
What?
We should have Handyman back, and then this is
Be specific.
Bastet, so I'm assuming I think Bastet is Caps' god. So we should have a Caps and Handyman here on Wednesday alongside me. Who's the lead designer for each of the gods that we announced today? So Caps is on Bastet, Austin's on Kronos, Caps is on Xingchen, and Austin's on Cucullin, I believe. And I think the next god after that is the first god that our new designer is leading.
The new guy.
Because we, generally speaking, like when somebody's new to the team, we give them a little bit more time to get ramped up and make sure they understand how things are going. So,
okay. So whoever follows Cucullin, that's the new guy.
How far is the extent of the dampening and plating item reworks? You got to watch the show on Wednesday to find out.
Yeah, Ninja.
But yeah, essentially we're taking a look at every item that has plating or dampening on it, and there will be some changes. Are we going to meet the new designer? Yeah, eventually when he feels comfortable coming on the show and has something to talk about. Generally speaking, though, like first like realistically, first month on a new job, you're just kind of figuring out what the heck's going on, especially coming into like this kind of a job
to the new environment.
So I think that like he's doing really good so far. Definitely like has a lot of good ideas and working hard. But just like not pressuring him to come on the show until he wants to
be here now. Let the SMITE community roast you.
Off topic, are we hiring? Is there an application form? I don't think we have any open jobs right now. We do, when we do hire, we post the job listings on, I honestly don't know where. I think we post them on LinkedIn and then also on, like some job boards. I am not the HR person, so I don't fully know where all they get posted. But yeah, next time we hire, I'll definitely mention it. Are there plans to address the double stack book Transcendence build on dual scaling gods? This is something that is on our list of things to look at. I'm not going to say exactly when we're going to get to it, but it is one of the things that we've been talking about a lot recently.
Yeah, definitely.
Next art contest. I don't know. That's Hindu Man does a lot of that, so I don't know exactly.
The community art contest.
Say what I think should happen with the double stacks. I have been convinced a lot of different directions. I think that it's I think you get too much free power out of the double stacking right now, personally. Oh.
Hello? Oh no. They got. NWO has struck. They got Titan Forge Studios. What's going on here? It's just the camera dying. Maybe fast forward. There we go. We got one camera. One camera's back. It's alive, baby. Well done, Kilgoon. Hey, we're back. Manny's back. We're back as well. Hell yeah, brother. Good job. Way to resolve the issue, Kilgoon. One man band over
still
here.
Live. It says I'm still streaming. The power just went out very briefly in here. I'm not seeing anything, so I don't know.
Was the power? I thought it was a camera.
Let's see.
What the heck? Yeah, he was still streaming. If the power went out, his whole stream would have kicked the bucket. So I think it was just the camera power. Interesting. Hey man, ish happens everywhere. He's trying to figure out, yo, what the happened? Yo, are y'all okay? Y'all good? Yo, we Gucci, bro. Y'all Gooch? Y'all live? Wonder if someone's gonna come in. Yo, we good? We back. 2x speed magic. Let's just speed along.
Are we actually back? Is it work? Okay, sorry. The power went out here. And I was trying to see if the internet actually returned, but it came back. So sorry, I've been sitting here for a little while quietly trying to see if the internet came back. But we're back. Sorry about that. I like literally the lights went out, the cameras turned off, everything died, but we're back.
The internet remained though.
The
I'm
internet
back.
remained.
Yeah, okay. So, what flavor monster is this? This is the Ultra Wild Passion. I've been on a kick with this recently. It's been good. Bobby says my question was too powerful. Yeah, we're talking about like double stacking. Yeah, double stacking.
Oh, yeah.
I think just by the numbers, I think it's extremely good. I think that there are a couple different paths that we could take to address it. I have seen the pros and cons of both. I don't know what direction design's going to take it in, so I don't want to, say that I prefer one way or the other. Because I don't want to sound like I'm undermining whatever their top plan is. But yeah, I think that we all agree that it needs to be looked at. So, yeah, weird outage there. Are the hourglasses on the table in reference to Chronos release? I don't know. This hourglass has been here for like months. So I don't know why we brought it here in the first place.
Trying to look at anything that could spoil the arrival of the next god or a goddess.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did Alice aspect change in the next patch? So I would say it's still largely the same, but with a lot of the most annoying aspects tuned out of it and changed. So I think that like you will like even the most before it released, even there were a few people internally that were like, this aspect is really annoying to play against. But we decided to go forward with it because people that were playing it were enjoying it so much. And there's some people in playtests who think that everything's annoying to play against. So we kind of like maybe undervalued that feedback. But even the people who complained a lot about it before are like, oh no, I think it's reasonable now. Like it's still a little bit annoying. It's always, I mean, like everything's going to be a little bit annoying in SMITE, like I was talking about earlier. But I think it should be good.
Less oppressive.
Any teasers that I can show you? I can't show you anything that I have not already showed you. I'm sorry. Has Scotty been giving some trouble in designing? Scotty is a pet god, and as mentioned earlier in the show, we just don't have the good pet god tech in yet. So we've been working on it in the background. Once we get pets into a good state, then Scotty will almost certainly be one of the first ones that comes over. She is beloved by certain people. She's relatively popular, used to be very popular. And I think that, she's one of those that we definitely want to bring over. We just need to get pet tech into a better place.
Classic staple.
Can I show you the full card art for Bastet? It's pretty. We'll show you on Wednesday. I don't have anything beyond that initial. I don't even know if this will turn back on because the power went out or if it's just dead. But I was seeing if I could even pull back up the laptop to show you what I showed you previously.
A handy dandy desktop.
Do I think Kuzenbo's less popular because of his appearance or because of his kit? So Kuzenbo is like not the least popular Guardian by any means. I do think that like, if he looked different, there's a chance that he would be more popular just because like the monstrous appearance gods never do as well, just in terms of like overall play rate. Kind of is what it is. But I think we don't have any intention to change his appearance. I think, or his kit. I think that we're pretty happy with how Kuzenbo is. It's just, next on the list was Jing Chen that kind of filled that spot. And, we're definitely considering Kuzenbo.
Nice. I would just say, just remove that.
Is Bakasura considered a pet?
That little strap of hair he's got. It's like a drape curtain under his crown bowl thing he's got up top. I would say remove that. It looks whack. There's no need for him to be having that as a turtle.
Nope.
None at all. I always thought that was a goofy, dumb design that they included. Why they did so is beyond me. Just remove those strands of hair from him and everything will be dandy.
God, not really. He's more like, his pets are more like Nuwa pets, which are just kind of fine.
The Kappas.
How far out would I say Freya is? I don't have an exact date for Freya. I will say like my personal perspective on Freya is that like she has had a lot of kits and I don't think design was ever fully happy with any of them.
No.
So I'm curious like how much like like which kits we should pull from, what version of Freya is like the best version, or if we should like completely go a different direction with her. So
just rework her from the ground up.
Can I recap the roadmap? I would love to, but the power went out, and like I don't think that this computer is turning back on. So it's possible that oh, maybe we got it. No,
Nah, you don't get
it. If the computer would have turned back on, I would show it to you, but it's not. So you should instead
hit the
watch
replay
the VOD as soon as the VOD is available. I'm sorry, I will upload it as soon as the show is done. And I'm sorry that the power randomly went out in the middle of the show. Change the banish. I don't think the banish can change about Freya. I think the whoop is the most iconic part of Freya's kit.
It is.
I think that the other, like, she's both a melee and a range character, and it's like she has these double stims that she pops for like moments of range power. There was the alternate kit design where she like got stacks by melee attacking, but then that it was almost impossible to get those stacks in non-conquest modes. So it was just like a kit that only worked in conquest. I don't know. There's just a lot. But I don't think you can get rid of the banish. I think the banish is kind of like the core of what that kit is.
Yep, that's what she's known for.
It's possible to show which roles are assigned to the enemy team during God selection. So we wouldn't show it during God selection because like gods can be swapped, you know, and you wouldn't necessarily... I think it would be like potentially misleading and also just not really super informative during God selection. I do want to have it during, like, not necessarily like this is the role, but I want like to sort the roles during the loading screen to where you can more easily see who your lane opponent's going to be. So that's on my to-do list, but probably not during the initial lobby section. And kind of the same thing for aspect. Like aspect can be turned on and off. So people could troll you during God select by, or troll you by having it and then swapping at the last second or whatever. I think that where we're showing it now is probably a good selection.
I see his point. I would like to know who my lane opponent is, especially when I'm in solo. Because the other day I started building for one and it turns out it was the other. So the money for that first protection item just was a waste. I didn't need it at all.
Nope.
Had to restart over. Okay, now I'm behind. Great.
Can we bring limited skins from Smite 1 to Smite 2? I miss Ragnarok Force X Thor. We're not opposed to bringing over limited skins where it makes sense. We've brought over some, like Voidworm Kukulkan was a limited skin. It's just like
that
what skins make sense.
I don't know why they brought that one.
The capacity that we have to address them. I would say Ragnarok Force X Thor, I think, was not the most popular of our tier 5 skins.
The Gundam
probably wouldn't be first on the list to
Gundam
bring over.
4.
But it's definitely something like we can do. We just need to find the time and pick which ones we want to do it with. And so the Transformer skins are my favorites. Crossover skins are unfortunately not on the table. We can't do those because of the business like agreement around them. Like we had a license to make those skins in Smite, not to make them in Smite 2. So we can't bring those over.
Understandable. All about the money, the moolah, the cheese, the cheddar.
Does V-Shoujo still exist? I
the
think
greens,
technically, I'm not sure.
Dinero.
Anytime we ever do anything with real people, it's just cursed, I swear. Let's see.
Yeah, the VTuber skins they did. With V-Shoujo. Oof.
Can we get the no punishment leave if we have a leafer? So we swapped that a while back. I think that we saw that was not actually improving the amount of levers, nor was it making games end sooner. In the case of levers, I think that realistically, like we think the current situation is probably pretty good in that you can vote to surrender very quickly after somebody leaves. you know, I think that the leaving, if you have a lever thing, just it wasn't really working for us. What role does the team view Hell as? That's a good question. I think that like probably more of a mid, but you know, she's worked solo, she's worked support. You know, I think that like there's a lot that you can do with Hell. And kind of as I said at the beginning of this show, like we're focusing less on a strict role rotation with our new gods. So it's not like, you know, Hell necessarily would have to wait until the next mid slot to come into the game. It's more just like if we have room to do the work that needs to be done around Hell and we think that she's the best option to fit into that space, then we would do that.
Then she'll come.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like. There are some specific questions about like, are we going to get this god this year or something? And it's like I don't really answer those because I don't like the only things that I'm confirming about the roadmap today are
what
gods that we talked about.
What's been shown.
And beyond that, you know, it's stay tuned for the future.
Anybody's guess. Yep.
I should bring in content creators every now and then to spice up the show. Yeah, I want to do that. I just need to actually plan it out and have that happen. I think
make it in house though. You got to make it in house.
Never see requested. I don't know if I've ever
this screen-ish
seen
is not going to work.
Nope.
Telling you, it's not going to work well.
You don't really see a Marticarus request.
Toro.
Who else do you not see requested? I know you see some Charybdis requests.
Party B.
Chernabog, I've seen a couple of requests for. I've seen a few Yu Huang requests.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. You don't see too many Vimana requests occasionally.
The big baby. Robana.
Let's see.
Shiva.
Can we see achievements make a return at some point? So the reason why we stopped doing this is because there's very strict platform requirements around things that unlock achievements, and they have to go through like a extra certification, and then you can't change things around how those achievements are unlocked. So we ran into this frequently with SMITE 1, where we had an achievement that unlocked when you did something, and then we reworked to God so they didn't work that way anymore. But you could still end up like, so then you could no longer unlock the achievement. Or it's like tied to a mode that we get rid of, and then it's like, oh, well, you can't get that achievement anymore. And that's like not allowed. So then we have to go through a whole process of talking with the platforms to get their approval to change it. And how do we deal with people who had the old ones? It's just like a ton of administrative.
It sounds like a whole lot of BS to me. I understand why you're not doing it. That's too much of a hassle. ROI is way too low. Not even worth it to go back into that mess.
Nope.
Logistic headache around achievements for anything that can ever possibly change. So I liked getting achievements all the time when I was playing SMITE 1. But it's like, it's just a lot.
The back end work, there's no way to make it more seamless.
Why not do the God achievements like in SMITE 1 where every God had 2 of them? That's what I'm talking about. Those were actually achievements. You got actual achievements for those. And like the fact that they were actual achievements was what made it challenging. Does it have to tie into the platform specific systems? I mean, I guess it doesn't, but I don't think that like, I don't know if people would consider it as rewarding if they weren't getting the platform achievements. Maybe I'm wrong. Can I add the feature that we had in Paladins, where if somebody sits AFK or in a fountain, they get kicked and get replaced by a bot, and you have a solo queue person replace them. So this is a little bit different in SMITE than in Paladins. Generally speaking, like every time, like we tested in SMITE 1 at one point, this was a long time ago, with having like a bot replace, and like everybody just feeds off the bot, and the bot doesn't play with the team. And it's almost worse to have a bot on your team than it is to not than to play a man down.
Yep.
The
I can see what
having a backfill, like MOBAs work in the way where, you know, one team has a big advantage. You know, you're going to have more gold, you're going to have better items, yada, yada, yada. To be backfilled into a game where you're playing a god that you didn't necessarily pick, because we don't pick your gods before, you know, before you queue. You don't know, maybe you don't even know how to play the god.
Going in blind.
Items that you don't
At
know
a deficit.
what their build is. You're dealing with a bad build on a god that you may or may.
Damn. Talk about coming from the bottom. You have to grind your way out. Who would want to do that? Who would want to do that besides a masochist? Ali. Or some crazy, insane person.
And you're at a disadvantage. Like, I think it just is a net negative for anybody that ever gets backfilled into a MOBA.
Yep.
So that's kind of why we never pursued that system. Sounds fair to me as long as it happens to the other team. Yep, yeah, that's what I'm saying. How well did the Traveler do versus expectations? I think it did fine. It did better. I think, honestly, it did like slightly better than we had forecast. But, you know, it obviously was not at the same level of, you know, a cool Saga skin or something. But for the amount that we put into it and the amount of people that liked it and decided to pick it up, I think it slightly exceeded our forecast.
That's good.
Let's go 3. I got so thrown off by the power going out in the middle of this show that I totally lost track of time. I guess it's time for one more question. I appreciate everybody who watches this show every day. I have a lot of fun with the show, and it's always fun getting to talk about some of the new stuff we have coming up. I feel really good about like the state of, you know, the team and where we're going as a game. I'm excited for what the future holds, and hopefully y'all are excited as well. I would run through the roadmap again really quickly. The computer died when the power went out, so I can't do that. But watch the VOD if you missed it.
Yeah, we'll be getting
one more question here.
Bastet next week, followed by Coronos, then Xing Qian, and lastly, Coochie Lane. Yep. That's it. That's the lineup.
How's Isaiah doing? I haven't talked to him in a little while. I know that he was working on Invincible Versus, and that game just came out not too long ago. So, but yeah, I haven't talked to him in a couple months, so I'm not sure exactly how he's doing.
Hopefully he's doing well.
We should do Smite versus. Yeah, a couple people are talking about a Smite fighting game today. I don't know why. That has been a chat discussion today. There's some baseball discussion. I already took my sports question for the day though, so I can't keep going there. What is Divine Tactics? Divine Tactics is kind of like a revival of Hand of the God, or not Hand of the Gods, the Smite auto battler, so Prophecy, right? So there's just like 2 or 3 people that are at Prophecy, which is kind of our sister studio, that are working on kind of bringing that game back because they really loved it, and making a bunch of changes to it. So that's the semi-revival of the, roguelike auto battler thing. That is.
I'm curious to try out.
How's it coming along? Last I saw, it was looking pretty good. I haven't seen it in a while though.
Smite themed TFT. I'm with it.
I need to pick an actual Smite question here to wrap things up. Remember Yorm's design in Smite Blitz? Yeah, Smite Blitz was made by a separate company that we had 0 input into, so that just kind of happened.
I don't even remember.
I have an actual question here. I'm just going to take this because it's a dumb final question. If I was a tree, how would I change Smite 2? I don't necessarily know what being a tree has to do with it, but I think that like a tree is a good metaphor because a tree takes time to grow.
Yep.
You plant a tree,
exactly.
Not like knowing if you will be the one to sit under it and enjoy its shade, right? I planted a peach tree in my backyard like 3 years ago, and I'm finally getting some peaches out of it. And I think that to some extent, like that is the way that like Smite 2's development has gone, right? And it's like every day what we're doing is we're helping to nurture the tree that is Smite 2 to grow and to be healthy and to deal with like, to just be better and better and stronger and stronger.
Yep. And one day it will evolve into the tree of Yggdrasil, the world tree, and everyone will be enjoying SMITE 2. We are the mere seedlings for that time to come. Will it happen in our lifetime? Who knows, right? Certainly it will happen in the future. That's why we ride with them here.
And I think that like over time, the tree of SMITE 2 just keeps growing and getting stronger and better. And I think that like the game is on a good path. I think the thing that SMITE 2 needs the most right now is just time, right? I think that like the biggest thing, you know, you can say we did wrong with SMITE 2. It's a lot of circumstances around it. Was that like it was too early when it was first shown off to everybody. And I think that it's getting better and better and better. I think that consistent feedback from people that have gone back to it recently have been like, man, this game's really good. Like, and I think that if we just kind of keep down this path and keep growing, we'll be in a good place. So
and people just want
sorry for my weird ramble at the end.
The end result
why you
to
watch
be
this
quick
show
and
is for my weird rambles. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday to go through Bastet and
as yesterday,
new Alice aspect and all sorts of fun stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll see you on the Battleground of the Gods. It's been a fun one. Sorry again for the power outage. And we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Teach it. What a great show. Excellent roadmap. We're getting Bastet next week. Boom. New remodel. Some updated kits. The aspects. Then we're getting Kronos after her. Followed by Shinginator, Xingqian. And rounding out the pack is Kuchi Lane, Coochster. However you choose to call him. Now it is time to move on to Bastet and her showcase. Let's do this, everybody. Here we go. Oh, I gotta move myself. That's right, up here. Let's not get in the way. We're going to be right above cap. We got in studio here. We've infiltrated the Titan Forge studios once again. We have Hindu Man at the helm. Next to him, Kilgoon. And next to him, Caps. And of course, us, chat. We are part of the Titan Talk as well. Before we continue, though, I'm going to stretch my legs. Been yet another hour almost. Holy moly. BRB. Get yourself some snacks, too. Alrighty, we're back. I too got myself a snack. Got me some oats, mixed berries, and some yogurt, of course. I can probably hear me mixing this stuff about. A brother is hungry, man. So I'm gonna snack. Give me some snacky snacks. It's been a while since I've eaten anything. So here we go. You will have to pardon me. Let's go ahead, pull up the chat, and start the show.
Good afternoon, and welcome into another Titan Talk. Kilgoon and Caps joining me once again to take you through the exciting times of the latest god to join the SMITE 2 roster. It's going to be Bastet today. How are you guys doing?
Dude, they all need to hit the gym.
Ready to pounce right into it, you know.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
That's
no,
very on the ball.
that's ball of yarn.
Punny!
All
Punny,
right,
Kilgoon.
Lovely.
No, okay.
I'm just not playing that.
I see. I'm liking the model. At least what I'm seeing here. Her icon looks pretty cool. They did change the icon art for the 1 and the 4. You see her primarily on the 1 on the leap. That's her pounce attack. She's able to retract. She jumps to a location and has the ability to retract back to her previous location. Of course, within a certain time frame. I think it's 4 seconds, something like that, or 3. Then her 2 is the bleed. It looks similar, only with an upgraded and updated art style. That's the cone attack, where she uses her flail to whiplash people, make them bleed. And then the 3 is the one where she dishes out the cat. And she roots someone. And then the ult, that's the 4, her cat. She throws a projectile that is able to pick up the enemy and bring them to her cast location. So far, her model's looking great. Even though it's not to my liking.
Nope.
I can still acknowledge and accept how great it looks.
Too early. It's too early in the day for the subject. Welcome in to...
What was the whole joke? I missed it.
All right,
I'm on.
go in game. Lovely. Okay. I'm just not playing that. It's too early. Go in game. Ball.
That's ball of yarn.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
That's
no,
very on the ball.
that's ball of yarn.
All right,
I'm on.
go in game. Lovely. Okay. I'm just not playing that. It's too early. It's too early in the day for the subject.
Damn, Kilgoon coming out with the cat puns right out of the bat. And Hindu Man's all like,
Nope.
weave. We're just gonna move that over here and focus on this.
Welcome in to seeing Bastet in Smite 2 for the first time. And the first thing you'll notice, she's had a bit of a glow up.
Yeah.
Yes, she got a full remodel.
I wouldn't call it a glow up.
Nope.
Not to the extent of a full glow up. Say she got a remodel. That's it.
I think it looks really good. We got full new card art and everything for it. Her icons aren't updated yet, but they are coming. So
cool.
Those icons are not accurate at the moment.
Okay.
I think everyone was, in my mind, I was like,
Gonna be
we're going to
changed.
see people complain if we don't update those, if we're going to update this.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I said that, also somebody in chat said it. So I knew somebody would say something. But yeah, so those are getting updated. But otherwise, yes, she has a full new model. She had to get a
Looks
bunch
like her
of
third basic is a cleave. She's got 3 basic attacks. So it's a single, and then it looks like a cleave. That's the third one.
changes.
Attack
She
change.
has fully new effects. So
Neat.
that's first thing first.
New voice actor too, right?
Oh yes, she did get a new voice actor. You can.
I'm perfect. Sweet.
I don't know if you can hear that.
Pretty quiet.
Yeah, I think we have our settings.
It's my personal settings. That's the reason why. Boost it so far down intentionally. If I can type.
I'm perfect.
Hello.
Sweet.
What happened to OG? OG Bastet is gone. Damn. Or OG for me. Model, RIP. Voice actress, RIP. Gone. Just went brand new. Brand new for the new Bastet. All right.
Attack middle lane.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep, there you go.
Attack the
Yeah.
fire giant.
Great job, though.
Yeah. Sounds really high.
So-
Sounds great.
It's good
So you got a new voice actress. You got new model, new animations, new effects.
New
So
everything.
let's go through a kit, like kind of one by one for people that don't know. But
Yes.
start off with a passive, I guess. Obviously, she's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Night Stalker. Or Night Stalker. She gets bonus lifesteal when hitting enemies. That's still the same. Enemy gods hit grant strength and are revealed to you for 6 seconds. You just hit them with a basic attack. You can see them on the map for 6 seconds. Damn. I remember it being with the 2, that interaction being there. Because with the 2, you'd make them bleed. And because they're bleeding, you can see them. And you're a cat and your senses are, feline up to the max. You'd be able to see them. But it seems like you can do it as well with the basic attacks. It's crazy. So all I have to do is basic attack someone and then meander around the map and you can still see them for 6 seconds. So you get 2 plus 0.5 per level strength. And you can have up to 3 stacks of strength. Seems like it's limited in time duration. Okay.
Auto attack based.
Yep, she is. Well, she's not auto attack based, but
Well, sorry, she does auto attacks, not
Yes.
auto attack based. Yeah, which
so she's strength based.
Yeah, ability.
that's what I meant to say. Yeah.
So
Long
her
stuff.
passive, this is where one of her plus ones is. Bastet, when she hits people, she gets basically her lifesteal is increased by an amount based on the target she's hitting. So
Okay.
if it's gods, she gets a bit more lifesteal than if she's hitting like minions or jungle camps
Yeah.
or objectives. But in Smite 2, she also gains some strength. That strength she can stack up to 3 times, and it scales. I think it's 2 plus 0.5 per level. I think you just had your thing over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when she hits the
You can see it here. Activated the extra lifesteal on her flail or her whip. Take your pick.
ability, she gains some strength.
Pretty cool.
Cool.
Good to know.
That's one of her plus.
Visually clear. You know your passive is active. You have higher lifesteal. How much though? That's what I want to know. What are the numbers? What are the numbers? Whoa.
Then her one.
That one looks massive. The target area is insanely larger than the first version.
So her one is.
Woo! Look at that, dog. That's at least, what, 2 times, if not 3 times larger than the first pounce? Because the area on the pounce was just like a little bit larger than the enemy god model. It was small. This is like 2-3 times, like I was saying, 2-3 times larger than before. I think this darker spot is what it used to be. That's probably going to be like some bonus damage area, like the sweet spot, if you manage to land it. Okay.
Is like pretty iconic Bastet ability. She pounces in. While she's in, she gets some movement speed. So while you've got that paw on you, you have some increased movement speed. And then for 4 seconds, you can refire that ability.
There it is. Yeah.
And that will send you back to where you leapt from.
Your original location. Yeah. So pounce, get mobility.
Yes. You get some mobility, and you can jump back the entire time.
Yeah, and we do know the audio
there
is
is
not playing
audio
on the
missing.
jump back, but that was a bug in today's playtest.
Yep.
I also can't lower the cooldown to this ability either, by the way. So it's just the one.
Oh no. Oh yeah, because I had to manually
It's fine.
do it. My bad.
But yeah, you pounce in, deal damage on landing, get some movement speed as well.
Yes. So you do damage, you get some movement speed, and you can refire to jump back. So you can get in, get out really quickly.
Yep.
She also just lets you move around to fight. So like if a fight's happening, you can kind of jump in the air, evade things.
Yep.
You don't necessarily jump in, jump out.
Yeah.
You can just box and use it for like jumping over an ability.
Sure.
Then her 2 is pretty simple. It's just a cone it's a radial sweep, so it actually sweeps that distance.
Okay.
And you can turn to make it hit more people.
Ooh.
Oh wow, that's hitting further right for some reason. Thing, but I can fix that too.
Okay.
But so
Yep.
this
There's the bleed.
cone basically just puts a bleed on the target she hits.
Yep.
Damn it.
It is a very simple ability. It is just damage.
Sure.
Yep.
Cone that leads.
Nothing else. Bleed, damage, very quick. You can turn it, hit more things.
Dude, that sound effect on that is crispy clean. That sounds great.
She's got her 3, which is a line skill shot. It throws a cat.
There's a cat.
Your cat runs out. It starts attacking.
And you said this is a very unique ability, right? This is like nothing else really like to play, where it's like the projectile is a bot kind of thing.
Just how the way it's set up. The way it's set up in
Meow
Smite
meow meow
1.
meow 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 meow. Throw some meow mix in there.
And we redid it in Smite 2. Is that this is actually it's not actually a projectile. This is just fully a pet. It just does a dash attack when you summon it. So
Wow. Okay. That's new.
But when you fire it, it runs forward. If it hits a target, it does a little AoE around them and roots everybody.
And deals more damage too. Because obviously, you throw it out, it'll run at a near target, deal auto attack.
Yeah.
So do connect.
But you hit it, if you hit the dash attack, you get extra damage, root. The cat will attack gods it's near. It'll also go and attack minions.
It's like an AoE route, man. That is crazy. That's pretty solid. I like it. It's gonna be tough. You can't really. You're gonna have to watch your positioning whenever she's out.
Regular standard pet behavior.
Cool tricks with this I saw as well.
Yeah, it has
Will
2 pips
War
of
Run,
health.
which is kind of cool.
Oh damn!
Aim around corners.
You can kind of slide it.
Yep.
But it does have 2 pips of health. Those pips are just regular if you hit them with god auto attacks.
Makes sense.
Or every 5 hits from a minion.
Right,
will
makes
take
sense.
away a pip.
Like an archer wave will hit 3 times, for example.
Yes. Big change in Smite 2 is your ultimate, which is fully new. This is...
Okay.
It's sort of this is her 3rd ult rework, I guess.
I feel like this is an in-between of the previous ones.
Yes, so her first ult was just to summon 3 cats that slowed people they hit. They were body blockers.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they would backdoor for you, all kinds of things. You basically...
I never played this version of Bastet.
Nope.
So I missed out on this ult right here. This version of her ult. I was there for when she summoned the cats of Vast that were right next to her. That would just make her 1, her 2, and her 3 do more damage, and then increase the area of effect. And then after that was the line. That was similar to her 3, but she would just throw a projectile. And if she hit an enemy god, she would summon a cat, giant cat, and pew 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 pew, bring them to her area of casting. And then a little like mini sandstorm area would drop there, doing some dot damage. It was a enemy god relocating projectile skill shot. He had to land. So those are the 2 ults that I know of her. Now this is an homage to the OG one that I missed out on.
Actually had them for 10 seconds. It was actually a kind of complicated ability because every time a pet died, you gain strength. Like, there's a lot going on there. The problem was, I guess we could go through just the problem why we felt we needed to remove that, which was it had very high skill variance. Good players could just immediately lock you down at level 1. You just couldn't move because they knew how to spawn it such that the cats would body block you perfectly. But also, it had quite a high chance for it to just not do anything because you could spawn in a fight and they...
Damn, okay. Cat call. Cat call, you say?
But I know you too, man. I've known you for a long time, and I know that you like hoes.
Wow. Well, now, wait a minute.
Summon 3 spirit cats that follow you and attack nearby enemies. While they are active, you gain strength. Cats cannot block movement and cannot attack structures. Cats dash attack enemies suffering from Razor Whip, bleed, dealing 152 times 40% strength physical damage and slowing them. When you cast Razor Whip, each cat resets its dash cooldown and dashes to the first enemy hit. Wow. When you cast Pounce, cats follow you through the leap. Crazy. So you're gonna have 4 cats coming at you with the Pounce, and then 5 when she throws out the 3. 5 pussycats on your behind. Damn. Okay. Interesting.
They would immediately die because they were health-based pets. Random things could...
Yo, that was cool. That was cool. I like that. As the Bastet player, this is fun. I like that.
I was waiting, sorry.
Oh, there's a dash on the reset dash.
They jump with you. But yeah, so
nice. Hey, yo, you came to the wrong alleyway, cat. You do the ult and the 1, man. Gang bang, pause. Gang bang somebody or 2 people. Holy moly, that's crazy. Yo, Bastet mains, you're eating well. You're gonna eat well when she releases.
You can't kill them, that means, but they slow.
Yes, this version, I made them ghost cats. They can't body block you at all.
Okay.
They also can't attack towers. They can't...
Gang, hey, Leia, welcome back. Yep.
Tank towers.
Good.
So you can't just back...
So just spectral ghost.
But they have all these new tricks.
Yes, they do have new tricks. Oh, you have cooldown sheets on. This is gonna look insane.
Okay. Go on. I don't know what I'm doing. Go on.
And they'll do extra damage when you're bleeding.
And you hit somebody with your 2, the cats do a dash attack now. All 3 of them will dash attack. Yeah.
Oh,
but they have no cooldown because you have cooldown sheets on, so they're just firing it like 7 times.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's not gonna do that.
Okay.
That's crazy, man.
1,000 damage.
Right, okay.
But they all dash attack, and they put a slow on the target that they dash to.
Still come with
Boom!
me.
Oh, get him! Hey, get him!
They would jump. Ooh.
Get him, my cat.
And you can swap their target
boys.
by
Dealing damage.
hitting. It's your 2. They follow your bleed target.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the
the
first
bleeding
target
one.
you hit with your bleed is the one that they're gonna attack first.
get him. Okay.
And every time you
Get him! Don't let him escape!
while they're out, that
Dude, just the pounce part, I think is great. I love the pounce part. You all just jump in, boom, together. Dude, that's fun. That's fun to me. I'm not even a Bastet main.
Nope.
I'm not. I can appreciate this part of her kit interaction. I like it.
So you can
Really? The cooldown resets?
And
Okay.
one thing that also, if they see a bleeding target when they spawn, they will immediately dash that target. So you can like to somebody ult, they'll immediately dash, and then you can get your 2 cooldown back and 2 again, and then dash that target again.
Okay.
So generally you're probably gonna get like 2 uses of the dash out of this if you're playing it well.
The leap looks so good.
The leap was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't jump back either. They just
Oh no! I wish they jumped back. That would be cool. That would just make it even better if they could jump back with you. At least they jump with you though on the first one.
There's a bug I left because it just looked cool, which is when you spawn them, they're basically, the cats have like a left, right, center.
They're coming.
Here they come.
Crosses the left and right.
Goon squad 'em.
Which was not supposed to happen, but it looked cool, so I kept it.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Basically, the idea of this ult
Yo, these cats roll deep. They roll deep.
it's a bit like a pet class in like an MMO where your pets themselves, like their auto attacks, are generally not going to do all that much damage.
No,
They're
but they
doing
are slowing. They are really
18 here.
nuisance.
No, the auto attacks do not slow.
Oh, they don't?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, you can just walk around with the cats, and they're basically a small dot on you.
Gotcha. Okay.
5 of them.
But if you get hit with the
5 cats when Bastet's out on the field.
2 while those are out, it's going to do quite a bit of damage because you're not only taking the 2, you're also taking the dash damage. You've got a slow on you. She increases her strength for each one. So you've got a lot going on. It's basically a mix of a stim ult plus the pet ult.
Makes sense.
And lets her basically get a lot of damage out very quickly when she has her ult up. And you, because the cats follow you, you can do things like spawn them, jump over a wall with them, so you don't have to spawn them in the middle of the fight, that kind of thing.
That makes sense. So you can drop them here, for example, and jump over the wall here.
Yeah, if like Odin was over the
I
wall.
was very surprised one time. I was like, oh my god, the cats!
Right? So they do not follow your leap back, though.
But they will come around the corner like that.
Here they come.
Get nowhere. Okay.
Get them, boys, get
They will
them.
dash whatever target they see that's bleeding.
It's just
they're-
Bastet bleed, not dodgy bleed, or no
yes,
other.
it's just last steps bleed. And
That's so cool, man. Seeing all the
her
cats
vision
just pounce
range
on you.
counts. So if you go like around a wall and to somebody else, they're going to try and get to the target you see. So
Makes sense.
Peace, my
Get here,
friends.
boys. Okay.
Get them.
Yep.
Awesome.
Get them.
So let's all look at Bastet.
Yep, that is her
Standard.
base kit.
Nice. Dude, her base kit is already great. I like it. It's straightforward, simple, very easy to understand, grasp. You know, just read everything, play her for a couple of games, and then get the hang of it. Very easy. New player friendly.
Next up, I guess we're going to... I need to make sure this works.
Well, it's time for the aspect. Let's see
Oh,
what
the
the
cats
aspect
can
is.
dash Fire Giant Gold Fury. They dash attack things that you hit, so. They just can't attack towers.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's been fun in playtests. She seemed good, but it's always hard to tell exactly how good. So
Yeah, I mean, she's a jungler. Junglers can...
Yeah.
Junglers are a little bit feast or famine. Often feast.
The most of the time is fees, man.
I need to quickly just restart this game so I can go into Aspect.
Oh, yeah, because I know why.
Okay.
You got your...
Yeah. I didn't know until I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. Okay.
AKA,
So now
buy me
stick
some
to
time, boys.
The Aspect version. So I guess you can tell us a little bit about what the Aspect goals are. What's the idea behind this?
Goal of this aspect is support, really.
Okay.
She's supposed to be a very support...
What was that? Support. You say. I'm here. I'm listening. Let the man talk.
character, but the type of support she is kind of, I guess she's like I guess denial support.
Yeah,
right. She
yeah.
like she.
I described it earlier today jokingly as like a blue deck in Magic, of like
Yeah,
she's just
she
gonna
kind
deny
of-
you from.
No, yeah,
it's
she's-
pretty much a no deck, right?
Yeah,
no,
she,
you don't get
she's
to do
like,
it.
don't do that. Don't stop. So.
Like a skip your turn Uno reverse card. Or Uno card, not reverse card. Skip your turn. Ah, you ain't playing.
We'll get in rate game and we'll see it.
But the idea is more, less damage, I guess, overall, but
yeah,
more
she
focus
does.
on.
She does significantly less damage. Her 2 specifically has like half the scaling. So
Okay.
it's half the scaling and half the base damage. I think actually. So the
DPS propagandists are gonna say, "Oh, trash. Already sucks. Rework her. Horrible aspect. Why would you do this?"
2 is not doing a lot of damage. You probably don't want to play this if you're trying to play a damage Bastet.
Makes sense. But if you want to just be an annoyance, this is definitely the support to go to.
Yeah, there's like a chance I could see people playing this in solo, but they're probably maxing their 1, and they're not. It's not as easy to do.
Definitely makes some sense. Okay, we'll get in game momentarily. Bear with me on the loading screen. So, real thing from this, obviously, damage is kind of reduced, and the focus is more on denial more than anything else.
Yes, it's more on stopping people from doing things in fights. Some CC.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Once we load.
All of her abilities are changed in it technically a little bit.
Damn.
It's not like one of. It's not one of our aspects that are like
a new god.
Yeah, we're not. We didn't want to do like a full. You're playing something completely different with this one, but I did modify all of our abilities somewhat.
Okay, we should be able to go.
We're in.
Here we go.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I know is I just pounced and I've got cooldown.
Yes, Pounce cannot leap back.
What?
Oh,
We just nerfed it?
What a
was the-
twist.
Okay. So Pounce is just
Yeah.
an escape.
All right. Leap to a target location, dealing physical damage to enemies in the area. Hitting an enemy god grants all allies within 8.8 meters protections for a duration. You cannot reactivate to return to your initial location. Okay, 14 seconds cooldown. Is the protections that the allies get based off of your protections from items or something else? I would like to know.
Escape and engage
Yes.
tool? Okay.
So you deal. Pounce is basically an engage tool. It deals damage. But if you hit a god, you grant you and all allies within 8.8 meters of you a decent chunk of protections.
Okay.
How much? What are the numbers?
8.8 meters is a really big AoE. That's like about
you can
a
see
hunter's.
on the ruler, right? Like 8.8.
Yes.
8.8 is all.
Whoa, like all the way here. That's far. Here's 4.8, 8.8. What is that? 12, 13? I can't tell.
Nope.
8.8. Dude, that's fucking far, dog. That's far. He's almost at 8.8. He's just out of there. Probably at like, what, 10?
It's like about a hunter's auto attack damage.
Oh
damage
my
range.
gosh.
So
Okay.
if you hit a god, you are buffing your team probably.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, I like that.
So that's the one. The one is now a jump that will reduce protections.
No,
No, it
Give
increases
protections.
protection.
Increases protections. My bad. My brain fried.
Yeah, increases yours and all allies around you, and it's a
Okay.
pretty significant prop buff. I think it's like 40 prots at max range and 20. I want to say.
Okay.
And it's like a 6.
There's 8.8 right there. Woo, that's pretty far. You can just hover around the Bastet within that 8.8 meter area, and you'll get the protections.
Second long buff that you just have.
you can see it on the
Obviously,
buff
you
bar
don't
there.
get the move speed anymore because you can't do the leap back window,
Yeah.
and that's when you get the move speed.
The two.
The
this is
2,
next.
it is
right?
much less damage, but this is a disarm. So
Oh,
Tom.
it's a disarm.
disarm similar to Bologna's 3. Her 3 is a disarm, whoosh, and it turns into the spiked flail thing that she can heal from. It is a disarm. This is now a cone disarm. Is that a first one? I think that's a first. We've only seen like cone silences from Hades or Fears. The only disarm I've seen has been the line one from Bologna. Now we have a cone one for Bastet. And you can fling it around, so you can affect multiple people, not just in a line, spread across. Ooh, that might be more
So
effective
the
than
entire
Bologna's.
time people are bleeding, they will have a disarm on them when you hit them.
Oh yeah, see, look at that. Ooh,
Nice.
Ooh, it looks like it lasts a while. How long was that? Second and a
You will
half?
have a disarm on them when you hit them.
Nice.
Almost 3
It's-
seconds. Oh my
This
god.
is also a fairly long duration disarm
It is very long.
in comparison to a lot of disarms.
I was playing Atlas Aspect today, and
Dude, that's like almost 3 seconds. 2.8 seconds? Is that right? 2.8, 3? Around there?
I just couldn't throw my orb out for like a minute. It felt like it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously in the support role too against the carries, this is really useful.
Yeah, this is
It's
very
like, silence! You won't do ish.
Nope.
You won't do ish against my ADC. I'm here. I'm here to defend them and deny you.
good and lean
Reducing
when a
weight
fight's
clear
happening. You
stuff.
get them carry. It does very little damage, but it is quite a bit of shutdown.
Yo, that's fine, man. I don't give a fuck about the damage, man.
Nope.
This is a lot of useful utility here. I like it.
Better nuisance. Yeah.
Her three. Again, slight change here. This one's very slight change, but it is meaningful, which is her
Is it
three.
the range? The range looks a lot longer than her initial one.
Doesn't root anymore. Instead, it stuns.
It's
So-
a stun. Okay.
You get a stun on the cat stuns.
It's
So-
a stun. Okay.
You get a stun
A 2-second root? Stun, I mean. 2-second stun.
on the cat hitting the target instead
By
of
my
a root.
count.
Okay.
It still does the rest of what it did, which is if it auto attacks you, it
Yep.
slows. But obviously, stun is very meaningful. It's still a very small AoE, so it's going to be hard to hit multiple people with.
Yeah.
But you can technically.
If you go through the gap like me, there you go.
Yeah, you gotta. They have to be real close to get that stun.
Get him!
So,
So we've got a pounce in,
Boom.
pounds in. You
we've got
got
a disarm,
Disarm.
stun.
stun
Stun.
people.
What did you do here?
Her ult
What's this?
will be familiar to people.
Is that the third version of her ult? Where she throws the relocating projectile? Looks like a line.
Yeah,
Because
throwbacks.
her ult is Huntress and Bats.
Ah, it is! There it
You get a
is! There it is! Look at that! I was right. I remember. Yeah, I remember. There it is! So you get both ults now. The OG one kind of mixed in with the second one, and now the third one. Ooh.
You put them in a vortex.
There's a vortex?
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't know about that, but that was like... That's
Yeah,
my one.
quicksand. If they needs this, the vortex doesn't spawn.
Right.
But
Yep. Look at that.
if they make it to the location you fired from, the vortex will spawn. They didn't know after that. So
Okay.
this is a very long range skill shot. We changed the effects here to make them look a bit better.
Yeah, see, it takes the target to the casting location, not your location.
Nope.
Wherever you shot and fired that projectile from, that's where they're gonna go.
Because it
Important.
always was kind of weird that she was just firing a random
You see? See? The distinction. Important information you all need to know.
like circle projectile that a cat appeared for.
Disarmed.
Right.
So she actually spawned
Stunned.
a spirit cat projectile now.
Peace, my friend.
And the cat will take them to whatever location she was at when the projectile hit.
Right.
So when you're trying to leap away and that kind of thing, if the projectile hits while you're mid-leap, yeah, it'll bring it to that
Sure.
mid-leap. That kind of thing.
No,
Also,
I-
this could go over.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to showcase because I know there's people in chat going, wait, can you do this and this and this? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're out of
another
mana, my guy.
thing with this ult is that if you hit within, like, I want to say it's 20.
Short range.
I want to say it's 2 meters.
Okay.
And I know we are updating the target.
Yeah, the target is still being updated. It doesn't do the grab attack. It just does a stun hit
Okay, 'cause
and
it's so close.
immediately spawns the vortex as opposed
Okay.
to like, the delayed spawn. So.
Gotcha. Interesting. Okay.
So it's probably better to use the ult up close. Because your chances of success in landing that skill shot are higher than trying to get the snipe so you can get the giant cat carry. You know? Welcome back, brother. Welcome back.
is cool. I have play tested this a little bit in games, and obviously it does feel like you are there to deny the other carry or be an aggressor for your carry, so it's definitely a Peely support. I think there'll be a lot of fun plays that you can see.
Yeah, I know
made
people.
out of this overall.
I know people. We've definitely had some supports that are like very high damage or like.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Yep. Facts.
Bastet doesn't have any of that.
That's what Bastet's gonna be saying. Well, Aspect Bastet is gonna be saying.
Sure.
She's still technically strength scaling, but her strength scaling is much lower on her aspect. So it's really, really heavily indexed on she's a very annoying teamfight character.
Really
it's going
there
to
to
stop
cause
you from doing what you want
Yeah.
to do.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's gonna be great when it comes to team fights and then taking objectives. I can't wait to play her, man. Oh, you got pulled into different meetings? All right, brother. It's okay. It's okay. You're here.
Really
now.
good look at the aspect there. Excited to see this one come to the game.
Both forms. Fantastic. Well done. Once again. Oh, it's only been 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks. They cooked. Base kit and aspect. I can't wait to play both. I think both are going to be fun.
Game 2. Will PTS be up today? Do we know?
I believe it's up today, yes.
So you guys hopefully should be able to test this at home with all of it too. And now we can move on to, I guess we look through her skins and stuff too.
Yeah, we got to look at the Master Essential Pass, which if you have the Ultimate Edition, you will just get when the patch goes live, assuming we set it up correctly. If not, we will fix it in an hour or two after we go live. The last like 2 patches we've screwed this up, so I'm hopeful that the person who actually like sets it up is on vacation this week too. So I'm like, I think he set it up before he left for vacation, but we'll
I believe we should be.
Well, let's have a little look in game at these.
Yeah.
First.
Zombie Bastet. She's looking great.
Can we actually look at like normal Bastet?
Yeah, her regular model from the front.
Yeah, just click on overview maybe.
I think that won't take you to it. You'd need to.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
My brain was just checking. There was nothing on that screen before I clicked that button and showcase stuff. But there's
just showing
normal
off the new
Bastet.
model. I figured people would want to see it in its glory here.
Yeah, I love the new model. I think it looks really good.
Yeah. I think this was a Jason pet project, right? He was like,
I think so.
He was like, we need to update this model when we bring her into SMITE 2. I'm going to make sure that like I carve myself time out on the calendar to be able to do this.
We had to take a lot of extra time just to get this model in because it's obviously it's a really significant one.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think it looks really, really good.
Cool. Thank you for the sidetrack.
No, sure. No problem. And here's a little look at the shadow variation as well,
Yeah,
which
we
I
got the
think looks
beady
great.
red eyes.
Yeah.
Yep. Obviously, you'll get the cat lady tracker. What's that? The number of times Bastet has had 4 cats with her at once. Okay. Makes sense. The Essential Pass. Clap.
That's funny.
Alongside objectives destroyed, a god assists, gang up kills. The number of god Bastet has killed with 3 seconds.
That's the gangbang one. I'm pretty sure someone thought of that name. Gangbang kills. They said, nope, we can't use that. You know we can't use that. So instead we'll say gang up. Gang up kills.
Of using pounce on them. Okay.
Yep.
Then there's the Onyx variant.
Ooh. That actually suits her well. With her black fur base coat.
Classic.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
Great.
this one.
I like the dark sky feel on her hood and her skirt thing right here. Looks pretty cool. I like it.
Looks pretty good.
That looks really clean.
Like an Egyptian night sky.
There's also the opal variation too.
Yeah, actually. Not bad. If they would have made her into like a pink cat, I think it would have looked goofy, man. I'm just saying. Good thing they only mess with her clothing here and her eyes a little bit in the jewels. Her base black fur is still the same.
I like the opal. I always like the opal.
My favorite's the radiant.
It's pretty good
for Bastet.
Then we have the hiss. Okay.
Meows. Ah.
Oh, that is a new thing that we've added in this this update. The when you're previewing global emotes, it will play the sound effects the first time you look at it.
Nice.
So, yeah, cool. And as you see, we do have a placeholder image down at the bottom, which will be updated. So,
of course.
Why is that a placeholder?
That's cool. I
It's
like
fine.
it.
It's fine. Okay, next up is the wave
There's
emote.
your
So we can have
waves.
background. I clicked it once. That's the thing. Here's the wave emote.
Hello.
Yeah.
You'll also get the Cat Lady title alongside God Kills, the badge for Legendary. Then you'll also have the Radiant
Nice.
version.
They didn't really mess with her base fur coat. I like that. That actually makes the other mastery skins look better.
That's nice.
That does look really good.
Mm-hmm.
Both look really good in that. You'll also get the Must Love Cat. It's coming along. That looks actually pretty final to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
looking
I'm
around.
so used to seeing the Aphrodite one where we got a place like that. And of course, you'll get diamonds for that too.
Something to note about her mastery skins.
Yeah.
Her cats do get updated.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay, cool.
Her
The cats will reflect.
3 cat, I believe, it gets a full material treatment.
I do see something up here.
Yeah, I think this is a great time to talk about it. So we're going to be doing a new event starting in this update, and it's going to come.
Bastet. Race to Radiant. Play with Bastet to reach Mastery Rank 10 by June 30th, 2026 for exclusive rewards. The top 200 players to reach Rank 10 by June 30th. Your rank. Race to Mastery X Bastet ranking. The first 200 players will receive a special tracker displaying their race to the Radiant rank number. Oh, okay, cool. What place you were in. The top 100 will receive a name badge. The player name badge. And the top 50. The first 50 players to receive a special rank 10 mastery emblem to display. Where though? On like your account? Maybe you got it to the card art? First 50 players will receive a special rank 10 mastery emblem to display. Like an emote? Sort of thing? Rewards will be given June 30th, 2026. Stay tuned for future gods in the race to Radiant. Okay. Streamers, man, you're going to have to be putting in that overtime. Anybody who sleeps, you snooze, you will lose. For real. Holy moly.
In all the updates that follow this, as long as people like it, if people hate it, we'll stop doing it, right?
Sure.
Yep.
But we're introducing this new thing called Race to Radiant, where
if you really want to be number one, no sleep. No sleep until you reach Radiant.
You reach Mastery Rank 10 by basically the first 2 weeks of the patch, right? During the initial patch release, you will get a special thing. So the first 50 players will have their Mastery emblem be special colored and always kind of show that off. If you're in the first 100, you will receive a special badge. And if you're in the first 200,
I guess your name is going to be here or something.
you will receive a special tracker that shows your number. So if you were the very first person, that will show. If you're, number 102 or whatever,
number one,
it will show.
Yeah.
So,
so top 200 will get the rank. Top 100 will get the rank and the badge.
Yep.
And then top 50 will get the rank, the badge, and the mastery display.
Yep.
The mastery badge also it affects your in-game mastery emote too.
Oh,
so
okay.
That emblem does become the new
Okay, interesting. Interesting. That's
special
cool.
looking.
That's cool.
Yep. So
Nice, look at those, yeah.
Hey, yo, Bastet fans, it's time to prove yourselves now. Now's the time. You've been hiding in a hole, had your head buried in the sand. Prove you are not a fake Bastet fan and get to Radiant first.
Yeah, so
or at least
it's a
the first
fun,
200.
Fun event that
Yeah, it's been brought up a couple of times of like events or ideas around that. So trying to lean into that in game is useful.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shout out to India and Emma and
Doing amazing work on it.
I think Charlie worked on it a little bit, but mostly I think this was India and Emma that pulled this together. And then shout out to I'm blanking on his name. There's been a community member that has run some kind of community Race to Radiant stuff.
Was it Sonics?
I think it might have been Young Sonics.
Yeah,
he reached out to me about that.
So just wanted to shout out the stuff that he's done in the past. You know, we always appreciate the community filling in where we haven't gotten something done yet. Not trying to step on his toes or anything with this. Just, you know, we used to do Race to Diamond stuff in Smite 1, and we're excited to bring it back with a system that's kind of repeatable for us so that we can do it in the future here. So, apparently Mujtaba won the last race that Young Sonics ran. So I'm shouting him out too because he's in chat.
I mean, he said it doesn't mean he won it. That's
well, he says that at least.
You know what I mean? Like,
anybody could have said they won, and you just shout them out.
Is this for new characters only, or does it backtrap? This is only going to be for new characters,
for new characters
as we release them.
It would be nice to be able to go back, but at the moment we're not able to. So,
too much information to sift through, man.
Another aspect
Not worth it.
or skins, which do you prefer?
Yes, let's do the skins first, and then we'll come back to. Maybe we'll end on the
We're gonna see Niza and Mulan.
We do have more skins here that are part of our Dawn of the Dark Star Empire event. We have 2 new skins coming in this update. One of which is a classic skin, which has been updated.
Yep.
Which is Fire Lord Neja.
Yes. Yes. Fire Lord Ozai. I mean, Fire Lord Niza is back. He was the best skin that Niza had before the Dragon Prince one showed up. Those are the 2 best skins he's got. Actually, 3 with the critical.exe skin, the Tron-like skin. Those are his 3 best skins. Why? Because they were a different model. They were better than his base model. Now that his base model got updated, his base model looks cool. And now he just has extra cool skins. Hell yeah. Let's go.
So this was one of the most popular Neja skins. People really liked the vibe of this one a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we've updated it for Smite 2 here. So, you know, it's a good looking skin. It's got 3 prisms that come with it. I think the prisms turned out pretty well here.
So you get the Fire Lord, Naja as part of the Traveler, then you'll get with
Emerald Spear.
Emerald Spear. Ooh, he looks pretty cool. He's got the red hair though.
Coin.
He's a ginger.
You'll get your Emerald Spear.
He's soulless.
In the green. There's also Cherry Blossom.
Cherry Blossom. Pinkish, purplish. He looks like Ken. I think that's his name. From Street Fighter. It's because of the blonde hair. Or Naruto. Hello.
Yeah.
Naruto, yep.
For that pink.
Like
or Minato.
Yeah. And then there's also Cursed Flame.
Yeah, I think this one's
the evil
cool one. I would say. I would probably use this one the most, but that's just my personal.
That looks cool. I like the base
everybody has
one.
their own favorite.
Additionally, you'll get the Battle Banners and also the Fire Lord title as well.
Yeah,
there's a little
Fire Lord.
Those that'll be in game as of next patch.
Yep. And then we have one more skin in this update, which is for Mulan.
Mulan.
This
Moulin
was
Rouge?
a special project from the art team that they believe passionately in, and we.
Let's go! That pause. I didn't mean to do the pause there.
Nope.
It just happened naturally, you guys. Mulan! A pun skin! Oh, dude, I love it. Let's freaking go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Brought it into reality.
Woo!
The idea was a...
Yo, she looks great. Another round of applause. I love the name Mulan. Hey, yo, cosplayers, get ready. Get ready. You got a new concept to bring to life.
You know, somewhat comedic take on the cow Mulan thing that's been going on as a community meme for a while.
Or her sword is a brand. Y'all see that?
The cow Mulan thing.
Boom with an M for moo. Oh, that's great. That's great. I love it.
That's been going on as a community meme for a while.
Her name's Mulan. Moo is what a cow says. So it's good.
Yes.
Perfect.
The effects are pretty awesome. They're very milky.
Farmish. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. That's right.
Yes, they are very milky.
I'm not sure.
Milky. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, if you want to. We got time.
We'll do it after
Great.
this, I
Yeah.
guess.
And,
Oh, she's got her spear is the pitchfork.
these are
What's
themed after
what's her arrow and her bow and arrow gonna be?
different flavors of milk too. So we got like strawberry milk here.
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Hell yeah. She's looking great. This one beats out the Power Ranger Mulan, man. By leaps and bounds.
Strawberry Mulan.
Yeah.
Strawberry milk, chocolate milk. What is this one gonna be? Skim milk? That's regular milk. White milk.
I like
Whole
the
milk,
balls
I
at the
should
side
say.
too. Strawberry Mulan. Then
Yeah.
we've got shocking
Chocolate milk.
Yeah.
What's this
Yes. Yes. Woo. Yo, she makes brown look great. Holy moly. Oh, they changed her hair color too. Hey, yo, gentlemen, pick your favorite hair color. Or your favorite color too. Pick your favorite skin. Let me know.
I don't remember what the last one is. I'm sorry. Gold ribbon.
Gold ribbon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like a brand of milk? Is that what
I
it
guess in the
I think-
Mulan universe, maybe it is.
I like how she's wielding a branding stamp too. I
Yeah.
have to
Yep.
say that.
Yeah, and that's just like her
cool.
basic sword. Like that's what she's attacking with in the game.
Yeah, it's a cattle prod.
And I
that's
believe
what it
each
is,
one of these
cattle
has its
prod.
own like flag with like the different flavor of milk logo.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Oh, I love that. They actually changed her banner. Yes. Similar to the Power Ranger skin. That's great. And the recolor that it got. I love it.
On it.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, the art team had a lot of fun with this one.
So there is a Mulan on its back. Oh, God, it's locked. Sorry.
Pentakill! 5 straight! Blue ribbon performance! Godlike! Utterly unstoppable!
Kill me. Utterly unstoppable. And then there'll also be a spilled milk jump stamp as well.
Chilled milk.
Yep.
Oh,
New
no.
milk, 100% fresh, full cream.
Yeah.
Hey,
you go.
let's go.
Yeah, and if you want to jump in and look at one of these, we can. We don't necessarily have to do it this second, but
Let's go. Everyone's going to say yes. You got to say yes. You got to say yes, chat.
We can.
Yes.
We do also have
Yes.
there was one other
I wanna
thing in
see
this
it.
update just to talk about real quick.
Go for it.
There is
we
a new
getting that
featured
skin.
bundle.
And Fire Lord
We've
Ozai.
been kind of doing these featured bundles to pull together some of the
these are-
older prisms that predated the Traveler system and give you a more cost-efficient way to buy them. And this one will be for Apollo Bit Blaster. So I think it's under store special.
Looking. I
Oh, the
see it.
Power
There
Ranger
we go.
Apollo?
So it will have the skin, all of the prisms, and then a new kind of animated badge for each of the prisms, I believe, is the way that works. And it'll be discounted if you own any of the parts of it. So a more cost-effective way to get these if you
Finish
want
my
them.
snack.
So,
Hell yeah.
just another thing.
Awesome.
Tasty.
Sweet. Do you want to talk some of the balance stuff? I know. So we're gonna do full balance on Friday.
Yeah.
We're gonna go into absolutely everything, but there are kind of 3 bigger things that are part of this update that we wanted to just touch on here, so that when people play them in PTS, they understand what they're in for, and also just because they are kind of bigger parts of this patch in changing the way that you will play the game. So where do you want to start?
Any of them, I guess. Which one do you have listed first?
I have plating and dampening listed first.
Sure, we can talk plating and dampening.
Okay,
Let's do it.
So
Buffs or nerfs?
plating and dampening is we're rethinking our approach to the stat in general. All the plating and dampening items currently, I think, got touched, but then also plating and dampening got moved to other items as well. So basically, the overall thought on plating and dampening right now is when you have like really high plating and dampening on an item, adding prots to it basically double dips in a very, very scary way. So the way we're addressing that is kind of moving plating and dampening through a bunch of items. So you're going to see less like, here's an item that gives you 20 plating or 20 dampening, and more, here's an item that gives you 5 plating and like 30 prots.
Okay, so it's gonna be more of a secondary stat. That's gonna
it's kind of a secondary stat that you can build while you're building tank items, and so you can build up your plating or dampening stat if you want to, but you're mostly building the prots and health still.
Yeah.
So
which will help deal with yellow numbers that they didn't address previously. That will just like items that scale off of protections or health or whatever.
Items.
These fit more into those builds now.
Yes. And to be clear, I don't think we touched any. I don't think we lowered any prots.
I don't think so. So
I'm pretty sure all of the items are. We moved like 5 plating onto items that were less bought or we thought they could function well on. We lowered plating and dampening on the current items that have plating and dampening and added prots to them. So like, I think
you're just
one item,
spreading
like,
it around
moved, I think
across
we
more
moved
items.
I'm not sure if it's plating or dampening, but I know we added 5 to like Phoenix Shield is one of them. And then I think like Leviathan's Hide.
Yeah, so I have the actual change to Leviathan's Hide here. I have 2 of them here.
Yeah, you can just go through that one specifically.
So Leviathan's Hide was 15 plating, 300 max health. Now it is 5 plating, 300 max health, 35 protections.
Of what?
So you're trading 10 plating for 35 protections.
Yeah.
I have one more example, which is Mantle of
Physical or
Discord,
magical?
which was 15 dampening, 15 cooldown, 15 tenacity, will now be 35 physical protections, 35 magical protections, 10 tenacity. When the passive is procced, gain 15 dampening for 5 seconds.
Yes.
So a conditional dampening effect, but losing the cooldown entirely.
Yeah. So there's a lot of changes to the items.
I don't like that.
You're kind of just gonna want to go through all of them, I guess. But there was a lot of changes to just how plating and dampening works. We wanted to take plating and dampening down on most items, spread it through a bunch of different items, and add prots to those items so that they're more attractive to buy. Because we think the reason people didn't want to buy plating and dampening is because you're only able to mitigate one of those 2 types, and when you're not getting prots with it, it doesn't feel.
But you should get at least one of both. Then add prots. Mix and match here. Hello? People not think? I don't know, man.
Feel is good, so people would rather buy like mitigation items or prod items than touch on something that's specifically targeted to like a thing they want to counter. So it's more of a, hey, we're spreading this out through items. You're going to get tankier versus the thing that you're building towards, but you're still getting protections from other things as well. So
yeah, and somebody's asking, are the actual mechanics of plating and dampening still the same?
Yes.
So they still are basically mitigations versus a type of damage, whether it is attacks or abilities.
Attack.
But now they're just kind of layered on as a secondary stat versus being the only thing you're getting out of an item.
Yep.
So we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, with this first iteration of them as well, we'll also make adjustments as needed if something's too strong or too weak.
We'll see.
As always, what else would you
For this
take over?
current
I'll
state
show
of
the
things.
cow skin real quick. If you want.
We'll look at the cow skin and we'll come back to
They
that.
go back.
Yes.
So this is the chocolate variation. And as you can see, the standard ones are seeing out the...
Oh, she spreads milk across the cattle prod. That's a great
You guys, you're about to watch 180 seconds of ads.
Holy
Don't
moly.
forget you can use your
she's about to
console to
jump.
skip through them.
Milk is white. As you can see here, it's chocolate.
And Kellen loves the
it's
sound
just
effects on
regular.
this. They actually re-record...
No, do the sound effects. I love them. Everything about this skin. Well done, everybody. Everybody who worked on this skin. A round of applause. Bow, bow, bow. Thank you, thank you.
So
great
they
skin.
re-recorded like a lot of the sound effects to be like banjo and like sounding more like a farm version of the same jingles.
Yep.
Yeah, like you hear that? It's the same jingle, but it's with a banjo. And at first I was like, this sounds different. What's going on? And he's like, I did it with the banjo. I was like, Kellen, this is amazing.
And then the flag.
Oh, there it is. Chocolate milk banner. Hey, let's go. Let's go, man. Hell yeah. Choose your favorite milk, gentlemen. Let's go.
So you got the
you got chocolate milk flag.
Chocolate milk.
Yeah, each prism has a different flag for the type of milk.
Dude, the sound effects sound
just
great.
a little look at that one. I'm not going to go into every single one of them, but that's a
No, shoulder jump stamp.
It's pretty fun. It's kind of like, you know, I think it's actually like pretty amusing. You know, it's not just it's not just like an attractive skin. I think it also is quite amusing.
For me, it's a better version of the Doge skin. That's my take. I think Doge was just too late. I think this Mulan skin is fine for what it is.
Cool.
Fantastic.
You want to talk about double stacking? Is the next thing on the list.
Okay. So
it's sexy and it's fun.
So
double
this is
win
just
there.
A build
Hell yeah.
that we're sort of targeting. It's kind of been a thing forever, but since we've have hybrid builders now, even in Smite 1, when hybrid builders existed, this was a problematic build, which is when you have Thoth Book of Thoth and Transcendence as 2 items, right?
Bunch of
free evolution items. They both give like 500 mana or 600 mana. Basically, these two together synergize so ridiculously well that you get really, really, really high power amounts. So the change we're making to these is basically to separate we're basically making the mana its own effect. So when you're stacking these items, you get like previously when you got a stack, it would say each stack gives you 10 mana, right? Instead, now it's when you would get a stack, you gain 1 evolution stack and 1 stack of a specific effect, which I forget what we're calling it.
I think it's a mana charge, but I'm not sure.
I think it might be mana charge. So you get evolution and a mana charge stack. Those mana charge stacks are capped. And they are shared between both Transcendence and Book of Thoth now. Both these items bought together can only stack mana charge up to.
Pool.
So let's say it's 10 mana for 50 stacks. You can get 500 mana between both the items. If you build them at the same time, you'll be able to stack mana charge doubly as fast, but you're not going to get
the same
1,000 mana,
pool.
you're going to get 500, right? And the evolution stacks are kept separate so that you don't get a situation where this is actually a buff because now when I buy the item, I'm instantly evolved, right? So each item has an evolution stack independent, and they're also giving you mana charge, right? So
okay, so for the most part, just from my base understanding, Transcendence and Book of Thoth, if you build them together, you're not going to get double benefits from these anymore. That's really the baseline, right?
Yes, that's basically how it works. They don't share the mana proc anymore, but they're about the same effectiveness as they were if you buy them single item. So if you were playing like a mage that bought Book of Thoth and you liked that build, that power isn't changing at all. It's staying the exact same. This specifically
just doesn't let you double dip on getting the free mana stacks, and getting so much free mana was causing the passives to give you a ton of free stats. So you're still going to get the free, int per mana and the free strength per mana, like that you get from the items. It's just you won't get as much total mana if you buy both of them together.
They are also still synergistic. Like the evolution of Book of Thoth still gives you 200 mana when it evolves. That's not touched. It's specifically the stacking component of it. So there's still a strong pair, but they don't give you double the mana stacking up to like 1,000 mana, right?
Yeah, sure. And
like
there's people saying there's no point in getting both. There is still a point in getting both if you want both intelligence and strength.
Yeah, for a hybrid
It's just not
scaler.
going to be, and it would still be an effective, like a cost-effective item. That would actually be like kind of a quicker second power spike, because the first one would already be stacked up in terms of mana to some extent. Excuse me, but it's not going to give you just so many free
it's just
stats.
less effective than it was before. It's still potentially buildable.
When combined.
And I believe
when combined
in the chat right now, which is Transcendence, I believe, lost 150 base mana, but it now is 10 mana per stack instead of 7. So you're losing total 650 if you bought both together.
Okay.
So
I understand.
Sweet.
All right. We'll
and
see
then,
how that turns out.
Blinking Abyss.
Yes.
Blinking Abyss
is also getting a nerf.
Another problem.
Blink.
So we did just touch that in terms of cooldown, but it looks like we're going a step further this time round. It just wasn't enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, A, I think it's not enough. B, so there's a few things about Blinking Abyss that I feel, and I made this change, which is
I feel it's annoying.
Yeah. First, I think backliners are building it really early because it's not enough of a sacrifice. You're still gaining the 6% stat from items is still good. It's still very cheap. You get extra damage from it if you get your blink in, and that damage is actually a pretty high proc.
Yep, sure.
And it's a pretty low cooldown, and then you've got the safety for later in the game when you want to blink out. It's it's
combat blink,
regular blink cooldown.
Right.
So, changes I'm making to this are the damage I'm taking down. So before, I think it was 150 plus 30% of your
strength
and
intelligence. Yeah.
I moved it down to like 25 plus 10%, so it is way lower as a damage source.
Yeah. So once again, that's 150 plus 30% of strength and int down to 25 plus 10% of strength.
Oh, is that right? I actually got the number.
You got it exactly.
Nice.
I can show you on screen right now. There you go.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, we're bringing it down there. It also lost 1% of its stats from items. I also increased the cost. It's 2,600
now.
Yeah, so it's an extra 100 gold.
Yes, it's an extra 100 gold. It used to be 25. Also, the teleport, its cooldown on Blinking Abyss is now 200 seconds. I did not change regular blink. Regular blink is still 170.
Right.
Blinking Abyss is now 200. And we increased the amount of cooldown you get if you hit the damage portion of this. So I didn't necessarily want to punish people that were using aggressive blinks in fights, like trying to get in or attack people. I think where we see it as a problem is that all Blackliners are getting it and using it as a safety tool immediately. So if you use it and you don't go into the fight and you use it to escape, it's going to be a 200-second cooldown.
So cost
seems fair.
Cooldown up.
Yes.
Base stats down.
Yes. So we
damage down.
Yes. It is mostly a nerf, but essentially, if you use this aggressively and you hit your blink, it's the same cooldown it was before.
Right.
Which was, you used to get 35 seconds off, now you get 65.
So you're really playing into
but the cooldown is
aggressive
increased 30
with this,
seconds.
don't be defensive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So
which makes sense. That's why
currently,
you use
basically, if you're using it aggressively, it's going to be about the same cooldown, just nerfed in stats and cost.
Makes sense.
If you're using it defensively, it's nerfed all the way through. You are getting a way higher CD and just less from it.
Yeah. And we have, we have nerfed a lot of parts of this. If it continues to be an issue, we will look at it again. But we feel like this should bring it into a much healthier spot for, people that, there are some gods that make good use of this, that kind of want this kind of effect. But when everyone's buying it, it's too much.
Yeah.
So.
And to be clear on like why we wanted to nerf the damage portion is because there are a lot of like very high abuse cases with this. I think Kali is one that is still doing it. And I know she has like really high scaling outside of that.
Sure.
But she also is a character that can blink in, stun you, get the hit, then get the poly and Hydra's proc, then get her 2 on you. And it's just an extra like way higher base
million
and
damage
scaling on everything she just did to you instantly. So we do there. I think there's a few characters that are able to take advantage of that really well, and it is a very high damage proc when it happens.
Yeah.
So we wanted to take that down too, just because this should be used to reposition quite a bit. I think it's fine if you're in a fight, you're repositioning aggressively and getting people. It's just we wanted to take down how effective it was at that.
At that, but also on the defensive side of if you're going to use it for escape the whole time, then you shouldn't be having it up as often.
Yeah, and it should probably be a disadvantageous item to have if you're blinking away from fights.
Makes sense.
So it's still good, but if you're using it to get away, it probably should not be an item that's like as efficient as any other item. So,
a couple bug fixes, then we can look at Alice. There were quite a few bug fixes for Horus. I don't have the exact list, but I was told there are quite a few bug fixes for Horus in this update. So,
yes.
We have fixed. We have a proposed attempted fix for Leather Hunter's Cowl sometimes losing adaptive stats.
Yes, and a few people in chat.
So that should be fixed in this update. We are 99% sure that is fixed.
Cool.
We have a fix to make sure that your own camera settings are used when you are death spectating another player. We have, as I mentioned already, demoing the global emotes. Now we'll play the sound effects. We fixed some trackers around the knockups daily quest tracking, the diamond god count showing for other players, and some UI elements not working properly in loadout. There's some other stuff too, but that's just a couple quick things that mentioning for the show today.
Yeah, don't have the full list of Horus ones for people asking in chat. We'll make sure we have them for Friday. I'll be well. Yep. Go on, Caps. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just going to say there are definitely more bug fixes. Those are just
highlights
big
of
ones that we
today.
know of, so.
A quick recap. Atlas aspect. You want to move on to that next?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Show us
Talk Atlas.
the new
overall,
aspect.
Atlas aspect came to the game, Caps, went away from the game, and now we're back again.
Yes, he's back
with an updated variation.
So we didn't really want to fully change the play style of this aspect. We think there is like fun to be had here.
The players were having fun when they got to play as this.
Yes,
was
they
the
were,
big feedback.
and not just because it was very strong. In fact, data says that it got very weak as the game went on. But we agree, early lane, it was extremely frustrating.
Considering you play the early game every game, I can see why the frustration rose.
Every change here is focused on making lane less oppressive.
Okay. And I will say, as a character who his whole thing is like, I am a ranged kind of poke character, there's always going to be some level of annoyance in lane when you're playing against a poke character when you are not a ranged character.
For
right?
sure.
Yeah. That's kind of the way a MOBA works. But this should make it feel a lot better in many, many ways.
So biggest, go up. What are you going to say?
Yeah, the first 3 things you're going to notice, just throw out your 1.
My auto round.
Yes.
It's
so
smaller.
That is much smaller.
Whoa. It was like half the size now? Holy moly. I only got to play this aspect once, and I think that was on accident.
Wow. Right?
It's smaller. It's so
it's
cute.
A tiny, mini little, little explosion.
Yeah, it is 50% of the radius.
It
is also
yeah,
much slower, that toss, when you're throwing it.
Yep, it is.
It is very obvious. It's coming at you. You can see it. You can dodge it.
Yes.
Very small.
Yep. It is now, I believe, it is the slowest in-hand projectile in the game. It's slower than Geb. It's slower than, anything else that you throw out as an attack.
It still technically blows up in that area, but it's a way smaller area. It's not going to affect you nearly as much.
So the 1 still repositions it?
Yes, the 1 still repositions it, but it's a bit higher cooldown. So
not spammy.
Before, it was extreme fast cooldown.
I think it was like 2 seconds
Now I think
before.
it's at like 6.
Yeah.
According to what I've got here.
Yeah. So, way less times that he's going to be able to throw it at you, especially if he's playing like ranged. If you're playing a Bruiser Atlas, you're probably going to be able to pick this up and throw it a lot more, obviously. But it's slower, way smaller area. The 2 is still the same size, I believe, when you do while the astrolabe is out. I couldn't think of the word astrolabe that it was killing. So that's still the same size, but the rest of it is very small. So part of the reason that we wanted to do this, we did just change the size, and it became still annoying, just smaller, right? So we had to do a bit more changes.
I see.
Making sure that you can see this projectile coming, you can dodge it, especially if you have like any kind of mobility or movement speed increase. You can kind of make your way out of it, unless he's in close and fighting you. We still do expect, like, in solo lane, he'll still be tossing it a lot at people if he's playing that role.
Yeah.
But I think in mid, he is much less of a problem than he was before.
You definitely have to hit your abilities a lot easier, a lot more accurately than what it was before, so you can really feel the difference of connecting. I will say, like, if people feel that this is weak at the start, I do expect we may look into it again, but it had to come down in size just to make it feel better.
Yeah, basically, if that thing needed to be dropped quite a bit to not just be covering the lane most of the time and most of the game, and be able to just move it around. Also, you had things like if you were able to lifesteal multiple targets off of it, and it was a huge area that was caused like team fights, you could just lifesteal a ridiculous amount. So all the changes are basically forced into making the lane easier to lane against. We don't really think he's that much of a problem late game, even like in his regular kit.
Some of it will also come with time as well as players still get used to it, because I think that was part of it, of him being a new thing, being very oppressive in lane, but then realizing in team fights you can kind of play around it.
But everything else is intact. You still get your knockback if you're close. You can still do your knockback off the wall. You still can run in, grab your thing, throw it again immediately. Shoulder check still intact. 2 still brings it the same distance to you. it's almost entirely just based off of size of that astrolabe. A bit, I think we did do a little bit of a damage nerf on the actual toss as well.
Gotcha.
Because the toss was actually pretty high damage.
But this should be available once again, I guess, on PTS and available next week.
Yes, this should be on PTS when we put it out today.
We'll see.
And we are going to be putting it out with the patch. So.
Mini.
Awesome. So that's a look
mini
at
aspect.
Atlas as well.
Yep.
All right.
That's a lot of stuff. It's 150. We've been going on the whole time.
A lot of stuff. It's a another busy 2 weeks here at Titanforge. We had we looked at Bastet. We looked at her aspect with Big Cat, kind of supporty, a very different kit. Very cool. We looked at her Ascension Pass. We looked at the Race to Radiant. We looked at Firelord Neja, Mulan, the Apollo Bit Blaster bundle, the Atlas
Mulan
Aspects update.
squared.
We talked about plating and dampening changes. We talked about the change to double stacking of Book of Thoth and Transcendence. We talked about the change to Blinking Abyss. We talked about a bunch of bug fixes and updates. And yeah, I think it's a pretty solid little update here for 2 weeks. Yeah. So a lot of good stuff coming.
Ton of stuff coming.
And there's a lot of balance to talk about too, because not only just the plating and dampening changes, there's also just more in the patch.
Gotcha.
So.
Is there any insight we get on that at all, other than just more? It's fine if not. But so plating and dampening's getting changed, blink's been changed, but
I guess I could go over one of the things we're targeting, and I guess we can talk about that on Friday, like the full change. Because if I go through everything,
we go through today.
We're not gonna have anything to say. But one thing we're targeting is the really high cooldown, like Locket Afro build, Heartwood Charm.
Sure.
And Guan build.
No! No! It's getting nerfed. Oh, Lord. R.I.P., man. R.I.P. Heartwood on my healers. No! That was a great item. I enjoyed using it.
Locket Afro build, Heartwood Charm.
Sure.
And Guan build. Where we are definitely targeting that kind of build specifically,
right?
And Breastplate of Valor on healers.
And that's really just regarding the resets, I guess, of being able to cast multiple abilities.
Yeah. So it's where that item. I guess the big spoiler: Heartwood Charm is getting like a full rework.
Right.
People will be able to see it on.
Bye, spam healing. Goodbye. It was nice knowing ya. 07 in the chat. Oh, that sucks. No. That was such a great item. Enjoy your lunch, brother. Enjoy your lunch.
Yes, if they go look anyway. So that's just a totally different item now. But yeah, so and there are also changes to other things in that build, like Breastplate of Valor. So
okay, interesting, cool.
And we will have Chronos on for PTS, I believe, but not the aspect, just base Chronos.
Yes, I believe it's just base Chronos is going on too.
And there's still some work in progress on the effects in the model and yada yada yada. But he's pretty far along. He should feel pretty Chronosy. He might be a little bit strong in the version for today's playtest.
Chronos just always gets strong as the game goes on, right?
I don't think he has tooltips in PTS.
That's part of the fun.
So you're gonna have to
enjoy the adventure, chat.
Yeah.
Enjoy the fun of finding out what's going on.
I guess the only thing I can give you as far as +1s is you get a lot of infinite stacking. When you're
what a great +1.
You can try and figure out what exactly is happening, but your 2 and your 3 have infinite stacking components. There you go.
So he'll be available as well. That's crazy.
And
so,
people are asking
PTS stuff then.
What's that?
So I was going to say a lot of PTS stuff. Bastet, Atlas, and Chronos to play around with.
People are talking about other, buffs and nerfs and stuff. Full balance we'll talk about on Friday. We always talk about full balance on Friday. Just
tomorrow.
Gave some highlights of the bigger kind of systems level changes that we felt like affected more of the game. But there are some individual things.
So plating and dampening item changes. We're going to see blink changes. We're also going to see more balance discussion come Friday too.
Heartwood
we can take a couple of questions for a bit though. We've got a couple of minutes.
Hey, get your Heartwood games in before it gets removed.
Anything to do with Bastet would be useful.
Yeah, if you have questions on Bastet or on, I don't want to talk any more item stuff. That's all. We'll talk about Friday. So
save it for Friday.
Yeah, be patient, Chad. Be patient.
Yeah, there are some people who are feeling that the Atlas aspect is, dead now. I think that we need to kind of see how it goes. I think that the general feeling from players was that it felt so oppressive in its previous version that we're more, if this release is a little bit undertuned, we can go back and look at it more. And we would rather that this releases maybe
instead of a 50% reduction, it's probably going to get a 25% reduction or a 33% reduction.
Be a little bit undertuned than overtuned, given the feedback to how it was. So yes, it may be a little bit weak. It will certainly be weaker than it was before, but that's kind of the intent here, given the strong community feedback previously. And again, we are willing to go back and continue to adjust things and buff it if it needs to be, but we didn't want to come back out with something that felt oppressive again. So
the issue, I think, was just the size and the damage.
Now it can be buffed accordingly. That's correct.
Yeah.
Bastet aspect does not change its passive currently. The copy at the starting location, I can look into that if it's missing.
Are the race rewards unlocked automatically? The race to Radiant?
Yeah, so those won't be unlocked until the end of there's a time on it.
Okay.
And basically it's like at the end of the event, everybody will get their rewards. So
nice.
How are they keeping track of this?
I believe it just is probably at patch time, like with the next patch, it will all go out. So, but basically we have to run a script to actually unlock everything.
So it'll probably be the update after the initial race.
There's a date on the page though.
Cool.
Two Bastet questions. One is, can you cancel it early? Yes, you can. And second, somebody said the Flareboot was asking about the lifesteal bonus. The way Bastet worked in Smite 1, we copied it for Smite 2. The tooltip is technically accurate, but it's hard to phrase exactly what it's doing, which is it's not giving you lifesteal as a stat. It is giving you lifesteal when you hit based on what target you're hitting.
Okay.
So it's bonus lifesteal in that when you hit them, you are getting lifesteal amount, but it's not technically the stat, if that makes sense. So you're not stacking the stat on yourself. You are getting basically healing back based on your damage as if it was lifesteal.
Depending on the enemy target.
Have we mentioned icons for the new items yet? We are still working through them.
I just want to know the numbers, man. How much do I get for hitting a god versus hitting a minion versus hitting a camp versus hitting a big boss?
The person who would be working on those icons is working on the Bastet icon update right now. And then once that's done, he's back on new item icons. We're hoping maybe
AKA be patient, ninjas.
We're getting them in as we have time to work through them.
It'll get done when it gets done, all right? Not
yes,
on your time.
It doesn't affect barbed carver. Somebody was asking about Bastet passive. I realized I should probably say that I'm talking about
what's
Bastet
her
passive.
aspect's name? We didn't
I
say.
believe it was Watchful. I made this a while ago. I think it's aspect of the Watchful Pride. I want to say.
It wasn't on in.
I know it was something
That's what
supporty.
I was like, I don't even know what it's called.
I know it was something. I called it something supporty, but I don't fully remember.
Okay.
It was a while ago that I made this name.
Watchful Pride. Makes sense because a group of lions is called a pride. And lions are big cats. And cat is Bastet's thing. Makes sense to me.
My bad. I probably should know that.
How many older Twitch Drop skins? We have yet to decide what we're going to do with those, but they will be available at some point. They may come back as other Twitch Drops. It may be, they may be available in game. The pitch of just make them available in weeks without Twitch Drops, I don't think we actually want to do that because what we found is that there is benefit to having some level of always on Twitch Drops, which is why we have the market coins.
Yeah.
But if it's just there's a skin every week, it kind of becomes like burnout. And we would rather do, hey, there's a big moment, once a month or so where everybody should watch and get the skin.
I'm with it.
Aspect of
I agree. Agree.
What scaling type is she? She is strength.
Strength, yep.
our TTK adjustments planned in the near future. I think we went over what we're doing, which is this patch is plating dampening, which will be some TTK because of that.
Yep.
Next patch, I believe, was base stat updates plus penetration.
I believe that's correct.
And then the patch after that, we are looking at bruiser items, specifically int bruisers.
Yeah,
and
Echo was the other, yeah.
And yeah,
I didn't say the other thing because I was like, you were like, we might get to it, we might not. So I was like, I'm not going to mention that. And if we do, it'll be fun.
We're through these 3 patches, we are
Keep it on
going
the
to be
low.
touching things that all deal with TTK in some way.
And for context, for those are 6 weeks, like across 6 weeks, including this one.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, we say something and they're like, "Oh, so it's next week," but it takes.
Yeah, it takes a while. It's also just
plating this one, base stats and pan next one.
Yes, that's the plan. Currently is plating dampening is the first pass.
Cool.
Then penetration and base stats. Specifically, just we think some base stats are too high for what they
should fair.
Be. So
yeah.
Let's see.
What you got? We're zooming through this quiet. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop.
I'm jumping to sirens.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to read.
Do you expect 200 players to reach Radiant on day 3?
I would not expect.
Maybe not. I don't think so.
Most characters. I would say that based on our past, metrics, like there are some gods that would not have had 200 people reach Radiant in the first 2 weeks, right? Because Radiant is quite a lot of games played in 2 weeks, right? There's other ones that would have, a lot more than 200 gods reach Radiant in the first 2 weeks. So I think, like, depending on how popular the god is, it's going to be more or less difficult to, get rewards from the race to Radiant. I'm curious to see how having this in-game affects the number of people that try and get it. I think one thing that's worth mentioning is that we definitely don't expect, there are some people who are like, I'm going to do it for every god. We definitely don't expect that for most people. Like, I think it's like if a god comes out that you personally are really excited about, it gives you something to like grind for on that god in particular.
I think this one as well would give a good insight in a weird way of like how long it does take for the rewards to go out, because we'll see him go, hey, just so you know, the top 200, it took 2 weeks, or it took 7 days,
Yeah.
We'll keep it on that. Well, it is 2 o'clock, so I guess it is time for
one more question.
Caps on it today.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've remembered the past 3.
That's fair. It was just instant that time. It was just in.
There was no delay there.
Nope.
Let's see.
Your question's great, gentlemen.
I hate the one more question phase because I end up trying to find one that's really good. I'm like, I look at all of them. I'm like, no, I want to answer something cooler.
Yeah. I'm gonna answer 2 real quick.
Do it.
First one, I'm just gonna say this person says Atlas can't even clear a camp. How do you expect people to play this? So you can clear camps. I have done it. I have done it in every playtest for over a week because I've been playing him a lot recently. You just have to throw the ball back and forth across the walls and pick it up. If you throw it out of the ring of the jungle camp, then you're gonna have a bad time and you're not gonna be able to clear it. But it is definitely doable. I do think that depending on what role you're playing him in, you might want to get Sunder, and just have that early clear to be able to get done more quickly. But yeah, gods should have pros and cons, right? One of the pros of Atlas, even with this nerfed version, is that he's quite good at poking, right? You've played against me a lot this week. It can still be quite good at poking. It can still be quite annoying in lane. It's not, I don't think it's hugely powerful, to be transparent, but it's okay for things to be pros and cons and have strengths and weaknesses at different parts of the game. And it is possible to clear a jungle camp. The other thing that I was going to mention is, where was this? It was just content creators agree that we need something new and refreshing. What are our thoughts on this? So I talked about this a little bit last week or maybe early this week. I don't
Monday.
remember. But basically, like, we are putting out two things. First part is that, like, every 2 weeks we are putting out a lot of new exciting content for people to play with.
Y'all still want more, dog?
A new god.
Y'all can't be satisfied.
Changes. We're putting out a new aspect. We're putting out some level of new items and balance and changes to what we're doing. And unless you are like a person who plays this game professionally, you know, who is like, I need to create content about it every day. Like, there is a lot of content that's coming out every day or every 2 weeks. And like, statistically, we don't think that we're releasing content too slow for players to consume. If anything, things are going faster than most players can keep up with right now.
Yeah.
The second thing is, like, trying to hold for some bigger, splashier marketing bead of new content stuff is just not the place that we are in right now. People hate it when I say it. I say it all the damn time. SMITE 2 is still a beta. We still feel like we have a lot of work to do to make the game better. And our current development strategy is we want to come out with kind of as much content as we can every 2 weeks to make the game consistently better. And step by step, the game gets better and better and better. And if people step away for a couple months and they come back, they're like, oh my God, there's so much new stuff. And this game is so much better than the last time I played. And we want it to feel like that every time somebody comes back, they're like, man, this game just keeps getting better and better and better. And if we turned our focus to instead be like, oh no, people feel like we need, you know, some new splashy feature, you know, like, that could take us away from our mission of like, let's make the game better every 2 weeks.
The momentum they've built thus far will just fall apart if they just go whoop, chasing a rabbit into the weeds. And it's going to take even longer for them to rebuild that momentum. So I say they just keep forging ahead. The train only goes in one direction. It's forward. You want to get off the train, by all means, get off the train. I think they're doing great at the pace that they're going. So they can just continue doing that. I have no issues with that.
And I just don't think that that's the place that we're in right now. At some point, things will change. And we will want to start doing more marketing-focused things and more like, you know, oh, we can make a big beat out of this and yada, yada, yada.
Time and a place for everything. Time and a place.
Yet as a game with all the things that we know we need to do. So that's my spiel on that, and I will be quiet and let you guys answer 2 quick ones so we can get out of here.
I would say also we are like, there are like long-term things we've looked at in the background. It's maybe we're not like planning specific marketing beats, but like there's things that it's just they've been happening in the background and we're trying to get them done when we can. So.
Yep. Just because they haven't said anything about it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Nope.
A lot of is going on in the background. That's a need to know basis. And right now, you all do not need to know. And I'm fine with that. I operate the same way, a need to know basis. Tell me what I need to know. That's it. No more, no less. If I don't need to know, I don't need to know. I'll find out when I find out. I got my own shit to do too.
I had a question, but then I lost it off of that. I had something I was going to answer. I don't remember now. I remember it had something to do with Bastet, but I don't remember what it was.
I've been just taking down bug fixes that I've come across, like reports. So I've not actually found anything in here.
Hey, hydrate up. Don't forget to hydrate up. Drink water.
Asked if you got a haircut.
No, I just shaved different for a change. I was like, I'm kind of sick of the goatee and grow it out. So I'm like, okay, grow a beard for a bit. See how it goes. That's my question. Good job. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's what I was trying to help.
Perfect.
I think there was something about, I guess, so kind of random, but somebody was asking if we have like data on most popular skins in SMITE 1. It's like, yes, we do, just not off the top of our head. I couldn't tell you what Bastet's best skin was, or best selling skin was, or most used skin was, but I know we could look that up and find it.
We have all of that historical data.
It exists.
But I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. So.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today for Titan Talk. The PTS should be live later on this afternoon with
possibly now
Bastet Aspect, Atlas Aspect, and Kronos.
A lot
potentially as well
going on in PTS
with a load of balance changes that may be in the game too. So you can give us all feedback and rage as usual about the things that didn't go in the game.
Hey, but you know what? When people rage,
That
passion.
means they care,
passion.
right?
Yeah.
It is.
That's true.
So, it would be so much worse
If it was
if
just
I
silent.
sat here.
There's some
and
truth
it
to
was
that,
silent.
though. I will agree to a certain extent. If you're just raging all the time, though, there's a point where it's past passion. It's just, you got some personal problems, some personal issues, man.
And nobody gave a damn about anything we said. The fact that people are like angry because we didn't nerf this hard enough, or this aspect doesn't look like it's going to be strong enough to be playable anymore. Like, you guys care, and that means so much to us. So we appreciate your passion.
For sure. Thanks everyone for tuning in, though. Enjoy the PTS available, and we'll be back on Friday to discuss the balance overview for the OB37.
Yeah.
I got to say OB37. I was like, are we on 6 or 7? But yeah, we'll be back on Friday with that, and then Tuesday.
No, don't do it, Kilgoon. No. No, he did it. Oh, I'm disappointed in you, sir. He did the meme. He did the number meme. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. They ended it in that note.
2 in the stage. Start of the show, end of the show.
Preach it.
Appreciate you all tuning in. If we don't see you beforehand, we'll see you on the battleground. Goodbye.
Peach it. Hey, let's go. Wonderful show. Filled with excellent information. Somebody's favorite cat girl is dropping on Tuesday. I'm still going to say Awelix is my favorite cat girl. Meow for me, ladies. Put a cat emoji in the chat. Let me know which cat girl is your favorite girl. Her aspect and her base kit look impeccable. I can't wait to try both of them. I don't know which one's going to be my favorite. Damage or utility support. Because both are pretty cool. I never got to use the triple cat ultimate.
Nope.
From the first version of Bastet. I got to use the support one, the aspect one, that projectile. I got to use that one. And then the other one was the self-stim with the 2 cats of Bast that were right next to her. I never saw these. Or I don't remember them. Because there was at one point where I do remember seeing the solid cats. I don't think I played it though.
Nope.
I do remember seeing it though. And I think it was just 2 cats she would summon. You could, and then they would be with the 3 too. So if you hit somebody with a root, you could throw out another one. So you could have 2 cats. And then with the other ult, you had 2 more cats or 3 cats, whatever number of cats it was. So she had a bunch of cats at one point in her lifetime. And they were solid cats, and you could body block. I do remember that. I don't remember playing it too much though.
Nope.
Tisk. Looking forward to the aspect too, man. That one might be more fun. Right up my alley. Boom. And then, oh, here it is. A projectile ult. Bunch of denial trap. Skip card. Uno cards. No, you won't do this.
Nope.
No, you won't do that. No, you can't do this.
Nope.
Bunch of denials. Let's go. Crazy. Then we have Fire Lord Ozai. Niza coming back. Hell yeah. Fan favorite. And then the piece de resistance. Mulan. Oh, she got some milk right here. On her quad holster. That's what it is. Hey, yo, cowgirls. Cowgirls, let yourselves be known. This one's for you. Cow lovers. Milk lovers. This one's for you all as well. And then we have the Battle Bit. Where'd it go? Here it is. The Battle Bit Blaster. Bit Blast. I like Battle Bit Blaster better. Look at that alliteration right there with the B's. Ooh. Apollo is going to be into a prism for $2 million.
Nope.
2,000 diamonds. Then a bunch of new changes, man. Oh, excellent sound effects too. And visuals for the Mulan skin. The Mulan squared. You know what I wish? I wish the icon in the game would change to the current skin that you're using. That's one thing I've always wanted in this game. Like, I changed the skin here, right? Everything else changes. Why doesn't the card art change here? Why is it still the base skin? How hard would it be to make this adaptable? To link it to your skin? I don't know how the coding's gonna work.
Nope.
That's beyond me. It's above my head, right? My dome head. So maybe it could be actually difficult. Or maybe it could be super simple. But just one thing I've always wanted. Why can't this picture right here where my mouse is, you know, see? Boom, right there. Why can't that icon change to match the skin I'm using? Just saying. 2 cents there. Then we have some nerfs coming into plating and dampening. Oh, Atlas got changed as well. His aspect got nerfed. Now y'all can't complain no more.
Nope.
Although y'all are still going to complain. Because y'all are insatiable. You can never be satisfied.
Nope.
There's always something to bitch and complain about. For you people. And if you're convicted, that's because I'm talking about you. If it don't apply, let it fly. As the saying goes. Damn, I'm looking forward to this, man. Hell yeah. It's only been 2 weeks. 2 weeks, man. Shout out to you guys, Live Gang, Replay Gang, watching this in the future, and of course, the Lurk Squad. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Thursday.
Who is here? Thor is here. Thor!
AKA Friday Junior. AKA Takeout Thursday. AKA Ling Ling Thursday. That's right. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Get your exercise in, eat healthy, nutritious meals, get plenty of rest and sleep. Don't discard your cardio.
Nope.
Honor your rest days. And we'll be back tomorrow with another Friday night, session of a brand new game. Let me know. I'll give y'all a teaser. Which night is your favorite night? Yeah. Tune in. Ponder that. As we crash in tomorrow. Crash your Friday. Take care, everybody. Peace. Shout out to the Live Gang, Replay Gang, and the Lurk Squad. Grateful for all of your support. Shout out to all in the follows, subs, chatters, returning, and new gifters, subbers. I'm grateful for all your support. Take care, y'all. Peace.